Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
Started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Good evening, or should I say good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Hutzel Athletic Center here on the campus of the University of St. Francis. This is the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic, brought to you here on SummitCitySports.com. I'm Thad Goff calling your play-by-play. Appreciate Oscar Harrison running camera for me today. And again, this is the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. The best basketball players, best basketball seniors, I should say, from Northeast Indiana versus the best basketball seniors from Northwest Ohio. Team Ohio, as you can probably guess on your scoreboard, will be in the red uniforms. They're on the right side of your screen right now. Team Indiana will be in white uniforms. I've got their graphic on the scoreboard showing the color gray just because the lettering is white and white lettering would blend in with a white background, but they are wearing white uniforms for this game, and this is kind of a final send-off to a lot of these athletes. These are all seniors taking the court. Many of them will be going on to play college basketball. Some will be playing other sports when they get to college. Some will just be focusing on their education when they get to college, although a number of players on the Indiana girls' side are going to be playing basketball, including Kayla Williams-Thomas. Now, she's going to be playing basketball and track at Walsh University. Kayla Williams-Thomas from Northrop High School. She's along with her high school teammate Swin Jackson. She'll be going to IU Indy, but Swin will also be playing basketball when she gets to college. And, of course, they have the pleasure of playing for Katie Jackson, who is here in attendance, watching her daughter Swin take the court. Katie Jackson was the head coach at Northrop for the last, I believe, 4 or 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Had a really good run there with the Northrop Bruins. And today gets the honor of watching her daughter Swin, as well as Kayla Williams-Thomas, who is such a great player for the Northrop Bruins, take the floor today. But, of course, it's not just Northrop that's represented on Team Indiana. They've also got Carly Mollering from Homestead and Whitney Ankenbrook also from Homestead. Now, if you had a program, and you'd have to come here to the game to get a program, but if you were here at the game and you saw the program, you'd probably look at it and see that Maya Epps is not on the program roster. Now, folks around here probably remember that Maya Epps was in a car accident, but the last I checked, she is recovering very well. So it seems as though she's on the mend. So that's some good news as far as Maya Epps is concerned, not just because she's a great basketball player, not just because she's going to Louisville. Obviously, we don't want to see anybody suffer severe injuries, but again, good news is it sounds as though she's on the mend. That's what I saw when I looked things up last, so that's some good news on that front. But Carly Mollering and Whitney Ankenbrook, two key players for the Homestead Spartans, are on the roster today. Somewhat surprising that no Gabby Helsum, also a great player from Homestead, and maybe some of that has to do with family plans or focusing on schoolwork. Maybe some of it has to do with kids playing spring sports, and I imagine if you're playing a spring sport and maybe you just had a game yesterday or maybe you just had a game on Friday and you wanted to take Sunday and go to church and take Sunday off with your family, you get that opportunity. But there's a lot of good basketball players here for Team Indiana. Another one is Olivia Bollinger from Concordia. She just finished her senior year. She'll be staying here in Fort Wayne to go to college. but she'll be playing at Purdue Fort Wayne. She got to play for her mother, Nicole Bollinger, at Concordia, and now Nicole won't be coaching her come next year, but she'll probably get a chance on nights when she doesn't have a game that she'll be able to go over to PFW and watch Olivia play and take the court. Another name from Northrop that I didn't mention is Miley Waring. Miley Waring was a great rebounder for the Lady Bruins. She's going to IU Kokomo. Lily George, the former Carroll Charger, well, technically she still is a Carroll Charger, even though her basketball career at the high school level is complete, but she'll be going to Huntington. So her basketball career is not complete, but her basketball career at the high school level is complete, even though she's still at Carroll until graduation comes around. But Lily George was the leading scorer for the Carroll Chargers this past year, and she'll be going to Huntington. A lot of great basketball players have taken the floor for the Huntington Foresters. Anissa Tonkel from Columbia City also takes the floor for Team Indiana. I believe Tonkel was one of the top scorers for the Lady Eagles this past season. Either way, she had a great year, great career overall, and part of a really good and really well-coached Columbia City team led by head coach Amy Shearer. And I mentioned Miley Waring already. Conley Alt, who as I recall was the leading scorer for Bluffton High School, also takes the court. Conley Alt is going to Purdue, but it looks like she will not be playing college basketball, or maybe she'll try to walk on. At the very least, she hasn't committed. But it looks like she, at this point, will not be playing college basketball. That could change. She may walk on, but we'll see what happens on that front. I'll be back in about a minute, talk more about Team Ohio when I come back from this break. You're watching the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic here on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Back here at Hutzel Athletic Center on the campus of the University of St. Francis here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This is the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic here at the University of St. Francis. Talk to you about Team Indiana. Team Ohio brings some really great players to the court. They're coached by Justin Sonnenberg, who's the head coach at Patrick Henry High School over in Hamler, Ohio, which, as I recall, is not too far from Defiance. He does get to coach some of his own players, seniors Karis Crossland and Ada Chrisman. They're both starting on the team. Crossland was Patrick Henry's leading scorer this past season, and Chrisman, I believe, was a second leading scorer, averaging 11.1 points per game. She is a 1,000-point scorer for her career, and she's the all-time leader in assists for the Patrick Henry Patriots. Edgerton is also represented. Olivia Farnham gets to take the court for them. She was the leading scorer for the Edgerton Bulldogs, averaging 16 points per game this past season. Also worth mentioning that we got a couple of players, or at least one player from Notre Dame Academy. That's Callie Thomas. Callie Thomas averaged 13.5 points per game, 5 assists per game, and 5 rebounds per game this past season. And her head coach, Travis Galloway, happened to mention this. He said, quote, "She is very good at attacking the basket and does a great job at setting teammates up for good shots." Callie Thomas, by the way, will be going to Ohio Dominican University. We also got players from Miller City. Libby Erford is one of those players from Miller City. She's going to Bluffton University. Addie Coleman from Arcadia will be going to Owens University. Does not look like she'll be playing college basketball, though. Olivia Farnham, I mentioned her from Edgerton High School. She'll be going to college right here in Indiana. She'll be going to Trine University, and she will be playing basketball. So up in Indiana Lake Country, that's where she'll be going to college. We will turn things over to our PA announcer as he announces the starting lineups, and I believe we'll have the national anthem here very shortly. This is the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic here on SummitCitySports.com, coming to you live from the Hutzel Athletic Center. Again, time to turn things over to our PA announcer, and we'll have the national anthem, so we'll go to a quick break here.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
First for the visitors on the scoreboard, Northwest Ohio All-Stars, whose non-starters include from Motor City High School, number 2, Libby Erford. From Virginia High School, number 4, Abby London. From Edmonton High School, number 10, Olivia Farnham. From Columbus Border High School, number 11, Kendall Pulte. And now the starting lineup for the Northwest Ohio All-Stars. From Notre Dame Academy High School, number 0, Callie Baines. From Patrick Henry High School, number 1, Harris Russell. From Patrick Henry High School, number 5, Anna Christmas. From St. Mary's High School, number 12, Sophia Minker. Ohio All-Stars from Columbus North High School, number 14, Nicole Nesby. And that's with the team that's home on the scoreboard, the Northeast Indiana All-Stars, whose non-starters include from Northwood High School, number 0, Kayla Williams-Thomas. From Columbia City High School, number 3, Anissa Tunkel. From Concordia High School, Olivia Bollinger. And from Northwood High School, number 14, Miley Rary. And now let's meet the starters for the Northeast Indiana All-Stars. From Homestead High School, number 2, Harley Mullery. Also from Homestead High School, number 4, Whitney Inkenbrook. From Hudson High School, number 5, Conley Holtz. From Northwood High School, number 10, Swin Jackson. And running on the line for the Northeast Indiana All-Stars from Carroll High School, number 21, Lily Jordan.
And with that, we are ready for basketball here at the Hutzel Athletic Center on the campus of the University of St. Francis. It's worth mentioning that Team Ohio has won this game the last 2 years, so they're trying to make it 3 straight at the Border Wars Classic. Team Indiana trying to snap that streak. There will be some awards presented. As far as I know, there are no team awards, but I believe the Tom Rehm Award will be announced at the end of each game, and then at the end of this girls' game, they will announce the winner of the Nancy Rehm Award. I think I have some insight as to who that's going to be, but since it's going to be announced at the end of the game, I will save it for later as Team Indiana wins the opening tip. It's Swin Jackson with the ball to start out, and she feeds it over to Mollering, the Indiana Wesleyan commit. Swin Jackson committed to IU Indy as Mollering looks inside, goes outside. Jackson's a good three-point shooter. She'll put this one on the deck. That's Ankenbrook from downtown. Her three doesn't fall, and the rebound comes to Nicole Nesby. And Team Ohio takes over. Empty possession the first time down for Team Indiana. Chrisman looking for help. She finds it. That's Crossland, the two teammates from Patrick Henry. Was that George with the block? And the outlet down the floor, that's Ankenbrook. She has to bring it outside, trying to set up Jackson for the three ball. Swin Jackson doing one of the things that she does best. She does a lot well, but three-point shooting is on that list. The drive to the basket, tough shot. Thomas draws the foul, and she'll go to the line. By the way, it's worth mentioning that they are playing 4 quarters here in this girls' game, but it's 4 10-minute quarters, similar to what you would play in the college game. So they're kind of getting these seniors used to what they'll experience at the college level. Granted, some of these girls will not be playing basketball when they get to college, but a good chunk of them will. Callie Thames is one of them. She just missed the first free throw. She'll go to Ohio Dominican. She got 1 of 2 there, and Team Ohio is on the board. Carly Mollering runs the point for Team Indiana. George looking to make her move, and a foul is called on Team Ohio. They call it on number 12, Sophia Menker, I beg your pardon. First team foul on Ohio. And that's knocked away and stolen by Karis Crossland. And stolen right back by Jackson. 1-on-1, Jackson up and in. 5 early points for Swin Jackson. She's been an incredible athlete to watch for really the entirety of her career. She stepped on the line. Crossland stepped on the line, and Ohio turns it over. Team Indiana takes over up 5 with 8:19 to go here in this first quarter. The boys' game will be 2 20-minute halves. Again, that's similar to what you'll see at the college level. Scheduled to start about 4 o'clock. A little backdoor cut. George tried to find Jackson, but Thames, or rather Crossland with a takeaway. Karis Crossland, and she'll find Menker. Backing in is Nesby, and she walked. Nicole Nesby from Columbus Grove. Does not look like she'll be playing basketball when she gets to college, but she does plan to go to Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati, and almost a wholesale substitution here for Team Indiana. Miley Waring checks in. Looks like Olivia Bollinger and Kayla Williams-Thomas have checked in as well. Well, this being an all-star game, you don't necessarily lose a whole lot of talent when the backups come in. Swin Jackson on the drive. Bollinger can shoot from 3, but she'll drive it inside, and it's blocked. Chrisman got a hand on it. Credit to Bollinger for staying with that, though. As Tonkel feeds it outside. Bollinger's 3 is short, and Team Ohio has it. I think that was Chrisman who got the board. Outlet to Crossland, and Crossland walked, and I could see that from up here. She shuffled her right foot instead of keeping it planted, and Team Ohio turns it over. They've been bit by the turnover bug a few times already. Swin Jackson's still in the game. She's the one starter still on the floor for Team Indiana. Williams-Thomas, I think that's her first touch of the ball game, as Tonkel drives it inside, and a foul is called. Non-shooting foul. Referees, by the way, are Marcus Hill, Charles Smith, and Anthony Horton. I believe that's the second team foul on Team Ohio. So they called that one on Menker. Sophia Menker has now committed 2 fouls early on in this ball game. 7:17 left to play as Williams-Thomas looks to inbound. Ohio actually had a 6th player on the court. Crossland looked like she was supposed to go to the bench. She eventually did. But for just a moment, Team Ohio had too many on the floor. Williams-Thomas, count it, and a foul. The dribble drive specialist. We've seen Kayla do a whole lot of that during her high school career, and she's got a chance for 3 at the free throw line. Great start for Team Indiana. Carly Mollering a short break. And now Swin Jackson will get her first break of the game. Speaking of breaks, Olivia Bollinger played a whole lot for Concordia. She was on the floor constantly. Not getting to start tonight. She does get a nice little break to start out, but she is on the floor now. Here's Thames. Ada Coleman from Arcadia hands that one off. Team Ohio having a little trouble with the ball handling early on in this one. Coleman is fouled. I think that's going to go on Mollering, and that is the call. It's on Mollering. Second team foul on Team Indiana. That's Kendall Pulte from Columbus Grove, and that's a travel on Menker. We've seen a few times where Team Ohio has been called for taking a few too many steps. 6:49 left here in quarter number one, and Team Indiana takes over. Team Ohio has won this game the last 2 years as Mollering looks to attack. She gets the screen from Waring. Bollinger down the baseline. Waring came open but missed the shot. She sticks with it though, but unable to score in the end. And here comes Team Ohio with a chance. Open down the floor is Erford. And Erford threw it away. That ball was headed out of bounds. Not sure if that was Marcus Hill or Anthony Horton over there who caught that, but the ball was headed out of bounds. Indiana takes over as Carly Mollering comes across the timeline. Great defense by Team Indiana as they keep forcing Team Ohio to make all these turnovers. Williams-Thomas looking for help. She finds it. Mollering will fire, but she's short on the three. Waring working the glass. Slipped it inside, and Bollinger puts it in. Olivia Bollinger, she'll be staying right here in Fort Wayne for college as she goes to Purdue Fort Wayne. Thomas blocked, but a foul. Thomas hits the deck. Good news is she's all right. Miley Waring going to be called for that foul. Each team now has 3 fouls. Team Indiana, by the way, is coached by Andy Heim, who recently led the Belmont Lady Braves to a state championship in Class 3A. Andy Heim has been head coach at Belmont for quite some time. Belmont has had consistent success under his leadership, and for that to now result in winning a state championship is certainly a huge accomplishment. Second one won't go. It's 2 Callie Thames free throws that have provided the only points in this game so far for Team Ohio, but it's still early. George had it knocked away. Conley Alt was there to recover. Mollering fires it across court. That's Ankenbrook. Ankenbrook short on the 3, and Team Ohio will let that go. Karis Crossland will check back in for Team Ohio. They take over down 8. Their largest deficit in this game has been 9. They have yet to score from the field as Thomas comes out to guard Erford. A little miscommunication. No, the ball was knocked away by Team Indiana. Explains why Andy Heim was there to make the catch. Inbound to Farnham. Olivia Farnham from Edgerton High School. Went to high school in Ohio. She'll go to college in Indiana. And finally, Team Ohio gets a field goal. Karis Crossland from downtown. Williams-Thomas, loose ball. Ohio's got it. It's Crossland. She just hit the 3 a moment ago, but she can't finish in transition. That's either going to be a foul or just a ball out of bounds off Ohio. I think it's just a ball out of bounds off Ohio. That was a huge opportunity for Team Ohio to get this to a 1-score game. They've been struggling to score the basketball. Had they hit that transition bucket, this would be a 1-score game. Ball was knocked away, so Alt is allowed to recover. Pull up 3, Mollering short. Libby Erford with the board. Stolen right back by Mollering. She was playing safety on that last sequence. And Ankenbrook drains the 3. The 2 Homestead teammates team up. And Indiana's up 8. Battle for the ball, and I think we're going to have a foul as Conley Alt from Bluffton High School went after it. She is tagged with the foul. That's team foul number 4. Of course, in college, they still have the 1-and-1. So I think that's how they're playing the foul situation here in these games. Only 4 timeouts per team since that's the way it is in college. And another stop for Team Indiana. Swin Jackson across the paint. Good decision. Bollinger to the paint. Count it! Olivia Bollinger, a great drive. And Bollinger's got 4 points in this ball game. And again, even when you pull your starters in an all-star game, you still got great players coming in. That is out off of Tonkel. She tried to lobby it, that it went out off Ohio, but it looked from up here like she had knocked it out. Can't blame her for trying. Ada Chrisman will check in along with Nicole Nesby and Sophia Menker. Sophia Menker goes to Memorial High School in St. Mary's, Ohio. Stolen, or almost stolen. Nesby stuck with it. I thought Jackson had it. That 3 comes up short, but a second chance as Chrisman goes for the board, and she was surrounded. Menker on the drive, left-handed, blocked by Waring. It's off Team Indiana, but Waring closes the door. .327 left in this first quarter. The inbound goes to Nesby. Nesby on the drive, right into Waring, blocked again, out of bounds again. That's back-to-back blocks for Waring, and she'll take the block shots. She'd like to get the ball back for her team, though. They do play with a shot clock in this game because you play with a shot clock at the college level. That shot clock's at 2 right now. And a foul. A foul called on Team Indiana on the floor, so that's going to reset the shot clock. The foul came when there was 1 second left on the shot clock. Whitney Ankenbrook was called for it. That's team foul number 5. And they're going to say it was on the shot, so free throws coming for Ada Chrisman. A little bit long on the free throw. This has been a long possession. Team Indiana wants the ball back. Team Ohio wants to get points, and they don't get any. And guess who got the board? It's Waring. 2 block shots and then a rebound to close out that trip. Bollinger left open. Missed the 3 ball. Jackson keeps it alive for Indiana. Bollinger through traffic, slips it out to Tonkel. I said Jackson. It looked like Jackson from up here, but it was Tonkel, number 3 for Team Indiana. That's a deep 3 from Bollinger. She comes up short. Offensive board Waring, and that ball did hit the rim, so the shot clock resets. Who did that go out off of? They're going to say it went out off of Ohio. That ball was kicked around before it went out. Shot clock shows 16 seconds. 2 minutes, 39 seconds left on the game clock here in quarter number 1. Team Ohio wants to make a substitution. That's Callie Thomas from Notre Dame Academy coming into the ballgame. Jackson will fire. Long on the 3. It's Chrisman with the board for Team Ohio, and a foul called on Indiana, and the foul's starting to pile up for Team Indiana. That'd be their 6th. So I believe the next foul would put Team Ohio in a 1-and-1. I thought they called a foul. They haven't reset anything on the scoreboard, so I'll bring it back down to the 5-foul count here on my scoreboard. Nice little swing move by Farnham, rather spin move. That shot won't fall. Nesby had a good look, not an easy look, but a makeable look. And the shot just would not drop. Only 1 field goal in this game for Team Ohio. Jackson puts it on the deck. Thames trying to stay in front of her. Tonkel trying to work her way around, finds Mollering, and the shot drops. Carly Mollering on the board for the first time. Back the other way comes Thames. Nesby working on Waring, and Waring not making anything easy for her. Here's Manker. Manker gets the screen from Nesby. Tough shot, no good. Nesby was right there, and they're going to say it's Indiana ball. I thought that was touched last by Miley Waring, but that's not the call. Kayla Williams-Thomas will check back in. Some more subs come in for Team Ohio. Addie Coleman from Arcadia has checked in, and now Olivia Farnham from Edgerton will re-enter. She's gone to high school in Ohio. She'll be going to college in Indiana when she goes to Trine up in Angola. That's part of Indiana Lake Country. Tonkel, the step-back jumper, short. Williams-Thomas keeps it alive. Jackson, her fellow Bruin, and she cashes in from downtown. Boy, those two have some great memories together, and they just shared another one. Loose ball picked up by Indiana. It's Bollinger. The lob ahead to Tonkel. Tonkel had to slow down and kick it to Jackson. Bollinger fires. She's short. Williams-Thomas, too strong. Give her credit for staying with it, but no cigar. Wide open down the floor. Erford, nice move, and the shot drops. And we're inside the final minute. Erford on the board for the first time. That three by Swin Jackson was her second this ball game. She's got 8 points total. And we've got 32 seconds left. Shot clock is still a factor. That shot clock's down to 15. About 13 seconds less on the shot clock than there are on the game clock. We'll swing pass to the outside. Here's Bollinger. Takes it to the cup and scores with 5 on the shot clock. Thomas feeds it to Erford. The lob inside, swatted away with 8.9 on the timer. Long inbound. That's swatted into the backcourt. That's in danger of being over and back. Oh, they didn't call it. That was touched by Ohio before it went to the backcourt, but now they got to get a shot off, and they're not going to. That was Coleman. I don't think she saw the clock. But we've played a whole quarter here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. Team Indiana off to a really good start, up 15 as we go to quarter number 2 on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Well, right now it's Team Indiana with the lead, 22-7. They did get to stop to close out the first quarter, but it's almost like an extended possession because Team Ohio is going to start with the basketball here in quarter number 2. Only 2 made field goals in this game for Team Ohio. Callie Thomas, who has the ball right now, has 2 made free throws. Libby Erford has 1 of those field goals. She's got it. Pull-up jumper, tried to bank it home, pulled down by Nesby. And Nicole Nesby from Columbus Grove puts it in. So Team Ohio starts the second quarter with a made field goal. Can Indiana respond? This is Ankenbrook. She looks inside for George. George, the spin move, and the left-hander doesn't fall. I think if she backs that one in towards the basket, maybe she gets herself a better look. Addie Coleman behind the back a couple of times. Back outside to Nesby. Loose ball. And when you've got Williams-Thomas lurking in there, you had better control the basketball. And you better get in front of her, too, because she can drive to the basket. Ohio does slow her down. Mollering's three won't fall. There's Williams-Thomas. Tough shot, short. Nesby with the board for Team Ohio. Here's Farnham. Farnham gathers and fires and hits a three. 5 straight points to start out the quarter for Team Ohio. Olivia Farnham from Edgerton High School. She'll be going to Trine High School in Angola, Indiana, as Alt drives inside. Looking to find her shot, and she walked. That was one of the bugaboos for Team Ohio in the first quarter, was the turnovers. A lot of travels. But this time, that bug bites Team Indiana. Here's Callie Thomas working on Kayla Williams-Thomas. She'll feed it out to Farnham. Thomas lobs it inside. Great position by Farnham, and she draws the foul on Ankenbrook. They have reset the fouls, so I'll reset my fouls as well. That's the first team foul this quarter against Team Indiana. Whole lot of changes, including Sophia Menker from Memorial High School in St. Mary's, Ohio. Inbound to Farnham, trying again and hitting again. 2 straight threes for Farnham. Team Indiana scoreless so far in this second quarter. Mollering couldn't finish, and Ohio takes over. They're looking to get out and run. Farnham fouled on the floor. Conley Alt called for the foul. What was a 15-point lead is now down to 7. Swin Jackson will check back in. She'll take the place of Conley Alt. They get it in. Chrisman makes her move and scores. Ada Chrisman from Patrick Henry High School. And we got a 2-score game. It was Ohio struggling to connect from the field, and finally Team Indiana connects from the field. Whitney Ankenbrook, Indiana's first field goal this quarter. Ankenbrook has 6 points, and a carry has been called. Well, Team Ohio was making their run. Can Team Indiana get some momentum back? The 3 on that last possession certainly helped that cause. Can they take advantage of this turnover? Mollering with it. Tried to get it inside, but Ohio knocks it away. I think that was Crossland who got a hand on the ball. Almost stolen right back. Ankenbrook couldn't secure it, but the basket doesn't fall. I think that was Pulte, Kendall Pulte, who took the shot, but to no avail. Mollering to the corner. Ankenbrook, not that time. Sophia Menker comes down with it for Team Ohio. Farnham with Williams-Thomas trailing. It's blocked, but a foul. That's going to be on the shot. It's Lily George. And the foul bug starting to bite Team Indiana. They've committed 3 fouls here in this second quarter. I believe they committed 5 fouls in the first quarter. Just 3 on Team Ohio. Andy Heim ready to make some substitutions. As Farnham a little bit short on that first free throw. Second one goes. And Team Ohio does get a little something back. Substitutions made by Team Indiana. Jackson fires to the corner for Tonkel. Jackson's open. Book it. She rattles home the 3 ball. It's back to a double-digit lead for Team Indiana. That three will not fall. Bollinger had the board. Picked up by Jackson. Bollinger couldn't catch it. She finally does secure it. Mollering, not a lot of space, and she couldn't hit. That was halfway down. And the rebound to Pulte. Farnham, the dish. Crossland, the three. No. Offensive board. Chrisman, and she's fouled. She was in better position to get that rebound. Waring was playing the block, but Crossland came in strong, square to the basketball, and won the rebound battle. And Chrisman able to hit the first free throw. Ada Chrisman from Patrick Henry High School, 1,000-point scorer in her career. She'll be going to the University of Findlay. Findlay, Ohio, is the hometown of former Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger. Now, he did not go to the University of Findlay. He went to Miami of Ohio. Of course, in the NFL, he became the Steelers' all-time leading passer. Here's Jackson. She's thinking about firing a three. Now she gets some help from Mollering. Almost taken away. Well played there. I think that was Pulte. Oh, Waring wasn't ready. And back the other way comes Pulte, 1-on-2, and Pulte finishes in transition, and Ohio's within 6. They just get it down the floor to Jackson. Mollering tries to spin inside. The ball slapped away. It's going to be Ohio basketball. Or is it? It's going to be Indiana ball. That last bucket by Pulte was her first of the game. They've got her for 2 points. It will be Team Indiana ball. They need to protect the basketball. They do get it into Waring. Waring, a long pass. That's to Jackson. Now check that. That's Tonkel. Swatted away inside. Tonkel recovers. Mollering, late dish. Out of bounds, off Team Indiana. Mollering touched it last. Ohio takes over, and they can make this a one-score game with a three. Menker the feed down the floor. Erford kicks it outside. Chrisman, no. And Waring does get the board and does find Tonkel. 4:43 left to go in this second quarter. Jackson was thinking about a three. She's hit 3 triples already. Waring comes to set the screen. Turnaround shot, Mollering. That was impressive. Carly Mollering, the Homestead Spartan. Her second bucket, but a wide open three is good for Ada Chrisman. And once again, it's a 2-score game. 7 points for Ada in this ball game, and Team Indiana wants a timeout. First timeout they've used in this ball game, and by the way, Team Indiana has committed 4 fouls. This was a 15-point game, but Team Ohio has come back very impressively. I got a couple replays to show you during this timeout. They are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Here's the first one. Carly Mollering, not an easy shot here. Got the screen from Waring, and then before she could set her feet, she fires and knocks it down. Gave Team Indiana an 8-point lead, but Team Ohio comes right back. Ada Chrisman, 1,000-point scorer from Patrick Henry High School in Hamler, Ohio, knocks down the triple, and we got ourselves a 5-point ball game. Now, Team Indiana dominated the first half, but here in the second half, they've committed 4 fouls. Team Ohio has been able to keep from fouling. They only committed 3 fouls in the first quarter. I said second half. This is the second quarter. And I would say that Team Ohio has taken better care of the basketball as well. Passes have been better. Gotten down the floor quick. The rebounding has been better. I think we saw that with Farnham winning a rebound battle against Miley Waring, who's a very good rebounder. Of course, I've heard Keith Edmonds our basketball analysts say sometimes rebounding isn't about size, it's about want to. Ankenbrook got the three on a friendly roll. And boy, Indiana needed that. I believe that's Ankenbrook's third three this ball game. Give her 9 points total. Nesby feeds it outside to Thomas. Check that, Thames. Loose ball picked up by Tonkel. Tonkel on the run. One-on-one. The leaner is good. Anissa Tonkel from Columbia City. Chrisman going quick. She goes outside to Coleman. Shot fake by Chrisman. Tough shot, Chrisman knocks it down, and we got an 8-point game. Team Ohio not going away. Chrisman's got 9 points. But the three ball drops, and it's Tonkel again. Tonkel, who created that turnover moments ago, able to knock down a three ball. Thames cut off. She'll feed it outside to Coleman. Step back Jay, air ball, but pulled back in and put back in by Nesby. Nicole Nesby, job well done on the paint. Jackson trying to get free. Jackson attacks, and she is fouled. And that's only the first team foul against Ohio here in the second quarter. They've done very well as far as limiting the fouls is concerned. We've got 2 minutes and 28 seconds left in the second. Shot clock shows 20 seconds. Team Indiana will make some substitutions as Olivia Bollinger checks back in. Kayla Williams-Thomas in the ball game as well. Got to beat that 5-second clock. Oh, knocked away. Looked like they had Bollinger, but Farnham rips it away for Team Ohio. Farnham's hit a couple of threes. She'll try for another. Not that time. That's Ankenbrook who pulls it down. Bollinger, tough catch. George double teamed, and George is fouled. Williams-Thomas would have loved for a foul not to have been called there because she got the offensive board, but she'll take her teammate Lily George going to the line. Her teammate for this game, that is. Lily George goes to Carroll High School. She will be going to Huntington University. Speaking of Huntington University, Lori Culler, who has been the head women's basketball coach at Huntington for a long time, I believe has won the Nancy Rehm Award. 0 for 2. Team Indiana hasn't had to take a whole lot of free throws, mainly because Team Ohio has been able to limit the fouls. The scoreboard does say that that was their second foul this quarter. That's Thames, airmails the three, and Indiana takes over with 1:52 left. Conley Alt in the game as well for Team Indiana. We've got 1:45 left to go. Alt fouled on the drive. Was not on the shot, only the third team foul on Team Ohio. As Andy Heim calls out the play. And Andy Heim is the head coach at Belmont. You might be wondering if Belmont has any players in this Border Wars Classic. Well, this year they do not. Bollinger with a real tough shot. She falls to the deck. And Farnham fires to no man's land, and it is a good thing for Team Indiana that Williams-Thomas didn't touch that. She gets a hand on that ball. It's staying with Ohio, but she barely missed. And in this case, she's happy to have missed. But again, Belmont does not have any players on this all-star team, and the reason for that is because they have a very young team. Most of Belmont's leading scorers were either sophomores or juniors, and you have to be a senior to qualify for the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. Little wraparound pass, and Waring puts it in. That was Alt with the assist, and Waring makes good on it. Waring with her first field goal of the game, and we're going to get a foul on Team Indiana with 1:09 left in the first half. That's team foul number 5. And now Conley Alt already with 4 fouls. That's Paulty at the free throw line. She gets her first. Missed the second. And Ankenbrook the board for Team Indiana. Jackson down the floor. Eventually finds her fellow Northrop Bruin, Kayla Williams-Thomas. Bollinger from the corner. A little long on the three. She's a good three-point shooter, but could not get that one to fall. Menker looking to take Williams-Thomas into the paint. Tough shot, no. Offensive board, and the putback drops. Nesby with the putback for Team Ohio. 34 seconds. Shot clock is still a factor. The kick to Bollinger. She'll try again. Missed it again. And Ohio's going to get another chance. Here's Crossland. Ohio's down 8. They fire it inside. Jackson probably could have let that one go. Looked like Farnham was about to let it go, but Jackson put her hand on the ball, and with 17.8 seconds left, Team Ohio will take over. Ada Chrisman with 9 points in this game checks back in, and you'd love to have her on the floor, but it's Farnham for 3. That won't drop. Offensive board, and Nesby puts it in. Still a chance for Indiana. They got 6 seconds left. Wearing the screen. Bollinger, contested 3, and it's nothing but net to close out the second. Olivia Bollinger. Well, before we go to our next halftime break, I got a couple of replays worth showing you. That was Bollinger's first 3 of this game. She's good at shooting the 3. But first, how about the work of Nicole Nesby on the offensive glass? Farnham got a good enough look, but Nesby, outworking the opposition, gets the offensive board and makes it count. But talk about making it count. This is Olivia Bollinger making it count from long range. The former Concordia cadet. And I thought for sure that ball had been blocked by Farnham. That was a good closeout, but Bollinger not only got it off, she got it in. And Team Indiana leads by 9, although Team Ohio has made this game a lot closer than it was at the end of the first quarter. Team Ohio only had 2 made field goals in the entire first quarter. But as you would expect in an all-star game, they have found their groove. They've rebounded better. They've gotten good looks. They've passed the ball better. And they've picked things up on defense, although Team Indiana has at least responded well enough to stretch this lead back out to 9. We'll see what the second half has in store. And after this minute and 10-second break, I'll give you the first half scoring leaders. You're watching the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic here at the University of St. Francis and streaming live on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, right now it's Team Indiana leading 43-34 at halftime. Team Ohio was down 15. It was 22-7 at the end of the first quarter. They started to pick things up a lot in the second quarter, ended up scoring a grand total of 27 points that second quarter compared to 21 for Team Indiana, but Team Indiana still leads it by 9 as we are getting ready for the start of the third quarter here at this broadcast of the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic on SummitCitySports.com. It's time to give you the scoring leaders for this game. Ada Chrisman with 9 points. She's proven to be a really great scorer, especially on the interior and through dribble drive. She also has a 3 in this game. She's the leading scorer for Team Ohio. Olivia Farnham with 7. Nicole Nesby with 8. She's done some really good work on the offensive glass for Team Ohio. Kendall Palte with 3. Karis Crossland with 3. Libby Erford and Callie Thames with 2 points apiece. For Team Indiana, it's Swin Jackson leading the way with 11 points. Whitney Ankenbrook and Olivia Bollinger have 9 apiece. Ankenbrook's hit 3 threes. Swin Jackson has hit 3 threes, and it was Bollinger who hit that 3 very early on, right at the end of the first half. Anissa Tonkel with 5. She had a little stretch where she scored 5 straight. Carly Mollering with 4. Kayla Williams-Thomas with 3. Miley Waring at this point with 2. Those are the scoring leaders for the first half. It is Team Indiana leading by 9, and I will say that I was very impressed with the way Team Ohio came out and rebounded after the way that the first half ended, where they only got 2 made field goals. They closed out the first half not getting a shot off, and the clock ran out on them. But in the second half, the passing was a lot better rebounding, both on the offensive and defensive end. They defended very well and got some real good looks for themselves. Team Ohio was able to do that in the second quarter. Can Team Indiana respond? Team Indiana was able to have moments where they did respond and stretch the lead back out to double digits, but when that happened, Team Ohio really never quit. They kept fighting, kept battling back. They have not lost their cool, and you expect that to happen in an all-star game. These are some of the best basketball players in both Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio. Got a little bit of information about what's coming up later today, because we do have the 2 basketball games. Girls game going on right now, and the boys game scheduled to start probably about half an hour after the girls game gets done. But we've also got some other festivities. I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we come back in 40 seconds. You're watching you're watching the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic here on SummitCitySports.com. Coming to you live from the Hutzel Center.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Welcome back to the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, coming to you live from the Hutzel Athletic Center on the campus of the University of St. Francis. They will be handing out the Nancy Rehm Award later today. In fact, I believe the plan is to hand that out at the end of the girls' game. So there will be one recipient of the Nancy Rehm Award, and I do have here on my program who the recipient is for this year, but I'm going to save it for later because I don't want to spoil the surprise. I want you to get a chance to see it and watch it live on our broadcast when that time comes. Last year, Eric Thornton, the head coach at Norwell, head girls coach at Norwell, won the award in the midst of winning a state championship. 2024, Mark Pixley, when he was the head coach at Lures, won the award. That was after he won a state championship. Mark Pixley, now the head coach at DeKalb on the girls' side. Thomas E. Rehm won the award in 2023. And I think they had a little break in between 2018 and 2023. But before 2023, the last winner of the Nancy Rehm Award was the Central Noble girls basketball team, which ended up being state champions in 2A. 2017, it was the Homestead girls basketball team, state champions in Class 4A. In 2016, this is a notable name around here, Vernard Hollins, the former Northside basketball star who has since gone on to be the founder and CEO of Always 100 Basketball, located right here in Fort Wayne. Of course, they do a lot of their work out of the city of Fort Wayne. They do some of it, host some of their showcases at Turnstone here in Fort Wayne, not too far from Northside High School, where Nard Hollins played his high school ball. And they also do a lot of their work out of the Parkview Sport One Fieldhouse, also in Fort Wayne. Tiffany Gooden, another notable name around this area. She's from Snyder High School. She won the award in 2013. And speaking of Tiffany Gooden, I believe the Tiffany Gooden Award has already been given to Homestead boys basketball star Mac Welker. I think that was just a day or two ago when Mac Welker won the honor. So you've got the Nancy Rehm Award coming up after the girls' game is done. And I believe you've got the Tom Rehm Award that is set to be awarded at the end of each game. And we'll hope to stick around for both of those. We certainly will stick around for the Nancy Rehm Award. And by the way, when this first game gets done, keep it right here for boys basketball. That's right, the boys basketball all-star game between Team Ohio will be coming your way when the girls' game is all done. We've got about a minute left until we get the second half of this girls' game started. I will be back in 40 seconds. You're watching the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Back here at the Hutzel Athletics Center at the University of St. Francis, getting ready for the start of the third quarter here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. Again, I am Thad Goff calling your play-by-play. Oscar Harrison is running the camera, and Team Indiana will start with the basketball. It's Carly Mollering running the point for Team Indiana. Swin Jackson has it right now. She had an incredible first half as George gets the feed, tries to make her move, swatted away. Jackson able to stay with it. Ankenbrook puts it on the deck. Jackson fires and hits a three. That's the fourth three of the game for Swin Jackson. She's got 14 points total to lead all Team Indiana scorers. The feed inside to Thames. Thames trying to go to work on Ankenbrook. The feed to Crossland, and Crossland's jumper won't fall. Lily George secures the board. Mollering wants three. Doesn't get it. Nesby just kind of tipped the ball backwards. Menker was there. I thought she wanted three for a moment. Instead, she finds Nesby, contested by George. And Team Indiana takes over. Ankenbrook nearly a turnover. She's able to recover. That's swatted out by Ohio. It was Thames who swatted it out on the pass from Tonkel. Tonkel from Columbia City High School. She and Tora Holler were two of the leading scorers for the Lady Eagles as Jackson takes it to the cup. That's 5 straight points for Swin to start this third quarter. Menker down the floor, well contested. Was that Jackson who got the hand up? I think it was. Jackson trailing on the play, feeds to the corner. Extra pass, Ankenbrook, short on the three. Great look, but no cigar. Menker down the floor. Some of the boys players making their way in here. That's blocked, but a foul's going to be called. I think they're going to get Tonkel for that one. Those boys players for Team Indiana are Brody Fisher and Briggs Pardon. Brody Fisher from Carroll High School. Briggs Pardon currently goes to Blackhawk, although he started his career at Carroll High School. I should say he goes to Blackhawk Christian School. Not to be confused with Blackhawk Middle School, as Thames has had all her points from the free throw line, and she just got one more. She'll go for another. Kayla Williams-Thomas back on the floor for Team Indiana. 1 for 2. That's been the trend when Thames has gone to the line. Swing Jackson has it swatted away by Chrisman. Jackson's been a thorn in Ohio's side as Chrisman gets back and scores. She created it, and she scored it. Tonkel trying to beat the pack. Goes across the paint, and Williams-Thomas is fouled on the shot. So Kayla Williams-Thomas is going to the free throw line. First team foul against Team Ohio. Third personal against Sophia Menker. Oh, way short on that first try. I'm not sure what that finger pointing is between Jackson and Williams-Thomas. My guess is it's just a little teammate communication, so to speak. Well, it helped Kayla. She got the second one. 3 ball is good for Crossland. Karis Crossland, and it's a one-score game again. There is no quit in these Ohio girls. Swatted away, but recovered. That's Ankenbrook. Gets it back to Jackson. Jackson has it poked away, and they're going to say that was touched by Ohio, and I think that is the right call. As it is, that's the call on the floor, so Team Indiana keeps the ball. But Team Ohio, they've had their struggles. They've been down big. They've been down 15, down 14. And they have not gotten down on themselves. Ankenbrook back to Mollering, the two Homestead teammates. Mollering looked like she was hounded there by Crossland. They just get it to Mollering on the inside. Only 1 on the shot clock, and that is a bailout foul by Team Ohio. It's on Crossland. That is the worst possible time to commit a foul. It's rarely ever a good time to commit a foul. There are times where you have to, but 1 second on the shot clock, and you give your opponent an extra 20. That was about to be a stop for Team Ohio. Ankenbrook hits a 3. Ankenbrook makes Ohio pay. Chrisman throws it into traffic, and it's taken away. It's Ankenbrook. Can she finish? No doubt about it. Whitney Ankenbrook takes over. I believe that's 14 for Ankenbrook. Pull-up jumper comes up short, but good work again by Nesby. A foul is called, and I think they're going to get Williams-Thomas. They are. Williams-Thomas thought she had a stop. Instead, she's called for a foul. Whitney Ankenbrook, who just scored those last 5 points. She's the daughter of Kara Ankenbrook, an assistant coach at Homestead. As Nesby just hit the first free throw, she's got 9 points total in this game. Still a lot of basketball left. 6 minutes, 13 seconds left here in this third quarter. For Team Indiana, Andy Heim basically brought his assistant coaches with him to coach this all-star team. A catch and shoot for Crossland, short on the 3, and both Ankenbrook and Waring on the same page there. They let it go. Conley Alt back in the game. Now Alt is playing with 4 fouls. She's got 4. I believe Addie Coleman for Team Ohio has 3. Williams-Thomas goes to Waring. Waring couldn't handle it, but she saves the possession. And that's turned over. Miscommunication. Erford down the floor. Double dribble. Well, Indiana's fortunate not to give up any points on that possession. Alt the kick to the corner. Ankenbrook short on that three, and Farnham has the board for Team Ohio. That ball was tipped, but Crossland waited back on it. Coleman the extra pass. Three ball is good, and it's Farnham from downtown. Olivia Farnham from Edgerton. Give her 10 points for the game. Alt trying to make her move, goes outside to Williams-Thomas. Waring sets the screen. Williams-Thomas, tough shot, short. Farnham with the board. And a chance for Team Ohio to get back into this ball game. Farnham, the pull-up. Olivia Farnham has taken over the last two possessions for Team Ohio. Farnham's now the leading scorer for Team Ohio in this game. Here's Alt. Tough shot, no. Waring, high off the glass. That won't fall, and Waring is fouled. A couple of chances for Miley Waring, and she goes 0 for 2, but she does go to the free throw line. Addie Coleman called for the foul. It is her fourth. Jackson and Mollering head to the scorer's table. And Waring just couldn't spin that shot in. Jackson and Mollering will check in. Ankenbrook goes to the bench. Williams-Thomas does as well. And we've got 4:29 left in quarter number 3. Oh for 2 goes Waring, but kept alive. That's Bollinger. The shot wouldn't fall. It's out of bounds off Ohio. An extra possession for Team Indiana. Got to get it in. That took a long time. They finally do beat the 5-second clock. Mollering to the basket. I beg your pardon. That was a 2, not a 3 by Mollering. Just hit the wrong button by mistake. She's got 9 points. That would have been a 3 if it had gone. Loose ball on the deck. Who's got it? A kickball has been called on Team Ohio. Oh, nope, on Team Indiana. I thought the initial signal was that it was going back to Team Indiana, but no, Indiana commits the kick. Chrisman blocked, but a foul. Waring called for the foul. And Ada Chrisman, who's got 11 points in this ball game, goes to the line, trying to get this back to single digits. Exactly 4 minutes left in the game, and she takes care of job 1. But misses the second offensive board, though. Farnham nearly lost it. She did chase down the loose ball. Chrisman fakes. Farnham wide open for 3. It's good. And Farnham pulls Team Ohio within 6. Farnham's got 15. Bollinger calling for it. Waring will come and set the screen. That's a deep 3. Bollinger can't hit. She hit one to close out the first half, but not that time. And a great chance for Ohio. That's a little blow by Chrisman all the way. Almost uncontested. And Ohio has made this a 4-point game. Bollinger for 3. This time she hits. Chrisman's got 14. That 3 will not fall. Offensive board. Putback won't go. Mollering's got it. And we get a foul called on Ohio. That 3 by Bollinger was her second. She's got 12 points. Anissa Tonko will check back in along with Lily George. Other than that, it's Mollering, Bollinger, and Jackson still on the floor for Team Indiana. As we've got under 3 minutes to play, 2:48 and counting. Jackson looks inside. Tonko from the outside. It's short. And a rather easy rebound for Ada Chrisman. And again, Bollinger tried to reach around and knock the ball away. Chrisman kept control, and that's traveling. That's on Chrisman. It looked like she was still setting her feet as she caught the ball. I should say shuffling her feet. Team Ohio has battled back. They made it a 4-point game up until that 3 by Bollinger moments ago. George sets the screen. Jackson the kick. Mollering, not a lot of space there, loses the ball. Farnham's got it. She's got Chrisman out ahead. Chrisman gets it. Farnham open. She's been money from downtown, and that continues. Olivia Farnham, another triple. She's got 18 total. The future Trine Thunderstar. As George feeds outside to Mollering. Step back jumper. Got it. Mollering needed it. Her team needed it. Carly Mollering with 11 points. On open lane for Menker. Missed it. Nesby there for the offensive board. Chrisman thought she had a look, but she puts it down. Thames met by Bollinger. Inside, Nesby, count it, and a foul on George. Nicole Nesby going to the line. And meanwhile, looks like Mollering is hurt. She's not all the way down on the ground, but she's in somewhat of a... Now she's on a knee. You can see her there on the floor. And Andy Heim's going to check on her. While he does, we'll take an injury timeout. You're watching the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic here on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, the good news is Carly Mollering is on her feet, and she's walking off whatever she might be dealing with. Doesn't have much of a limp. In fact, I'm not sure there's any bit of a limp there, so she appears to be okay. That's the good news for Team Indiana. However, I thought she might be going to the locker room. She might just be going for a drink of water. But this is Nicole Nesby at the free throw line trying to complete a three-point play, which she does, and Team Ohio is within 3. They've been down by as many as 15. George fouled on the floor by Nesby. That's Nesby's first. And 1 and 1, I believe, coming up for George. She got the first one. That's a huge free throw. Every free throw is huge, especially late in the game. We got 1:12 left here in quarter number 3. Got them both. Lily George, the leading scorer from Carroll, goes 2 for 2 from the line. But Team Ohio was down 15 in the first quarter. Down 15 at the end of the first quarter. Tough pass. It gets away, but it is recovered by Thames. Here's Nesby. She's been good on the inside. Can she get it up? It's blocked. That's out of bounds off George. Shot clock will not reset. It's down at 10 seconds right now. Game clock is at 52.3. And Callie Thames will put it in play for Team Ohio. Farnham pulls up, can't hit. And a good, strong rebound by Whitney Ankenbrook. Shot clock is still a factor. Here comes Jackson. Jackson, the dish. Tonkel drives. Ankenbrook Extra pass. Williams-Thomas wants it. Doesn't hit the three. And that's going out of bounds. The shot clock will be turned off with 26.9 seconds. And Team Ohio will have a chance to make this a one-score game before we start the fourth. Crossland wants the three. Was she fouled? Oh, my goodness. That's on Jackson, and that is a huge foul. 3 free throws coming up for Karis Crossland. I don't think she's been to the free throw line yet. But if she hits just 2 of these, which is still a possibility, this will be a one-score game. Indiana had a chance to get the stop, but the foul puts Crossland at the line. That was 3 free throws. Everybody was ready thinking that that was a 1-and-1 situation. It's not. It's 3 free throws. Crossland was fouled in the act of shooting a 3. 19.2 left. Got the third rather. 19.2 left. Indiana has time to get a shot off. This is Tonkel running the point. She does get it across the timeline. George calls for it. Gets the feed. Tonkel. Cross court. Williams-Thomas got it off. The shot did not fall. She's missed her last 2 3 balls in this game. Team Ohio has worked it back to a 3-point game, and we've got 1 quarter to go in the girls' game here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
So I tell the truth all the time, ain't got no sympathy for no. I admit, and I'm rich, and I'm lit. Jumping up on stages, I get 200 occasions, but I ain't really the game what we made. Shut they trap down. They see how I made it, I'm the reason they won't rap now. See me out in traffic, make a hater pull his head down. Biggie's OG salute me, a stylist can't even style me. The robbers probably wanna get me on my pin, I Lamborghinis. The youngest turn in my city, they try me, I get it cracked. Some of this still would happen if I never started rapping. My people don't.
Team Indiana leads it by 3, but they led it by as much as 15 at the end of the first quarter. Ohio has come back valiantly. Meanwhile, Carly Mollering's getting looked at by the trainers over there on the sideline. She's standing up. That's the good news. Question of whether or not she'll be able to come back in the ball game at any point. Here's Jackson to the basket, and Jackson scores to start off the fourth quarter. Team Indiana started the third quarter off well. They dominated the first quarter, but Team Ohio has not quit. How you start the quarter isn't always what matters. How you finish the game matters a whole lot, but there's Williams-Thomas. Bobbled it for a moment, but still scored. Kayla Williams-Thomas able to regather. Just her second make from the field. That goes out of bounds. Kept alive. Was that Crossland? Well, either way, it's a turnover. Williams-Thomas comes up with a loose ball. That is dangerous dribbling there by Williams-Thomas. She's a dribble drive specialist, and she almost turned it over. Ankenbrook splashes it home. We've still got just under 9 minutes to play, but a good start to this fourth quarter by Team Indiana. Ankenbrook's got 17. Williams-Thomas has another board. She's got George up ahead, but couldn't find her. Ankenbrook trying to find 3 points, but there's none there. Ada Chrisman with the board for Team Ohio. Chrisman kicks to the corner. Pull-up jumper, Coleman. No good, but an offensive board. Libby Erford, she missed it, but Chrisman keeps it alive. Contested 3, that's too strong. And that was nearly a rebound for Williams-Thomas. Instead, she knocks it out. And a long possession for Team Ohio will continue. I think that's Menker to inbound for Team Ohio. Tough shot. Crossland gets her own miss. Putback goes, and she's fouled. Karis Crossland keeps things alive for Team Ohio. Again, Team Indiana started the quarter off well, but you got to be able to finish it on the right foot. That's what Ohio's trying to do as Crossland completes the three-point play. Crossland has 11 points. She'll be going to Trine University. Jackson blocked. George is there. She has it blocked, but George was fouled. And Lily George will head to the free throw line. A foul on each team here so far in the fourth quarter. Ada Chrisman from Patrick Henry commits that foul. And now Lily George short on her first free throw. And I think that's actually her first miss from the line in this game. Short on both of them. And Chrisman with the board. Ohio with a golden chance to make this a two-score game. Coleman from Arcadia High School. The lob inside. Tough catch by Erford, and she's fouled by Bollinger. Chrisman had to get that ball over the outstretched arm of Williams-Thomas. And for Bollinger, that's her second. Team foul number 2 on Indiana. Miley Waring will check back in. It was a non-shooting foul. Long inbound. Crossland pulls up for three in front of Waring. It's short, and that's going out of bounds. And it went out of bounds just before Xavier Wilson walked behind the Team Ohio bench. Xavier Wilson will be playing in the boys' all-star game after this girls' game is done. That's a huge stop for Team Indiana. Tonkel puts it on the deck. That's Bollinger into the paint. Off glass and in. Good look by Bollinger. Olivia Bollinger has 14 points. She was a 1,000-point scorer in her career at Concordia. Oh, nice job. Crossland got right by Williams-Thomas. Waring has it. Bollinger for three. It's off the mark. And Ohio takes over. Corner three. Erford drains it. And Ohio has made it a 4-point ball game with 6:42 and counting to go. Loose ball. Picked up by Farnham. Chrisman one-on-one against Waring. It's blocked. But good hustle to keep it alive. That's Erford. She just out-hustled Waring, and then a foul called. I think that's going on Alt, and that would be her fifth. Conley Alt commits her fifth foul of the game. The first free throw's no good. That's Paulty at the line. Kind of surprised that Alt's still in there. Like I said, that's her fifth foul. And this time Waring wins the rebound battle. Here's Tonkel. Uses the screen from Waring. Pull-up jumper, Williams-Thomas. Boy, the jumpers have just not been there for her today. That looked like traveling. It was not called. Erford with the feed. Chrisman, tough shot. It goes. Chrisman makes this a 2-point game. Ohio was down 15. They're now within 2. And the three ball goes. Olivia Bollinger her third of the game. Little shot fake. Erford fouled by Waring. That three by Bollinger gives her 17 points for the game. But more free throws coming up. This is Erford. A little long on the first one. And now Alt. Oh no, Alt's going to stay in there. She's got 5 fouls. Second free throw is good, and Team Ohio pulls within 4. Erford did hit a big three earlier this quarter, but right now Team Indiana trying to answer. That's a deep three. Jackson, no. She's hit her threes today, but not that time. Farnham had it taken away. Bollinger got it from a tough angle. That was all Olivia Bollinger. And now she turns at just the right time, but still gets blown by Thomas. Check that, Thames, Callie Thames. Ankenbrook puts it on the deck. That three is short, and Erford will grab it. She's looking to go, got a teammate up ahead. It's Nesby, and Nesby comes up short, but the putback goes. And Team Ohio is within 2. Nesby's got 14 in this ball game. Olivia Bollinger's got 19. She hit a huge shot moments ago, but again, Team Ohio has no quit in them. That timeout was called by Team Indiana, so they've got one left. While they take the timeout, I'll try and show you a couple of these replays. This is the Olivia Bollinger bucket. It was a missed shot, but Bollinger stayed with the play. Credit to Swin Jackson, she also stayed with the play as Bollinger takes it to the cup and scores, but then you got to get back on defense. Team Ohio was able to get 4 straight points after that bucket by Bollinger. Team Ohio's been down by as many as 15 in this game. Can Team Indiana hold on? They started off the fourth quarter well, but Team Ohio has responded. Conley Alt with the basketball. Alt drives, blocked, swatted out. Alt got it back, so did Jackson, and now we're going to have a foul on the floor. I think they're going to get Callie Thames. It's the second team foul on Team Ohio. Wide open, basket won't go. Blocked. Jackson puts it in. Great play by Swin Jackson. But now here comes Team Ohio. 20 points for Jackson, picked up that time by Nesby. Here's Thames. Thames the kick to the corner. That would have been a deep three had she shot it. Instead it's Menker. Menker on the drive, blocked and recovered by Bollinger. Bollinger the outlet. Tonkel the finish. Anissa Tonkel, just 7 points, but those two were huge. And Bollinger commits the foul. Andy Heim can't believe it. But she might have made a little too much contact with her hand. And that would be team foul number 5 on Team Indiana. Still 3:41 to play. This game is far from over. This will be free throws. That's Sophia Menker from Memorial High School in St. Mary's, Ohio. Going to the line to shoot a couple. That's a huge miss. Free throws matter, especially late in the ball game, as Karis Crossland, who has 13 points, re-enters for Team Ohio. 3:41 left. She got one. And I think Menker just got her first point of the night. I say night, it's still daytime. And I think they'll put 30 minutes on the clock, maybe 20 minutes on the clock for the boys to warm up after the girls' game's all done. We'll keep this live stream going for the boys' game as well. Team Indiana can afford to be a little patient as Conley alt drives. The shot won't fall, but a foul is called on Team Ohio. Only the third team foul against Ohio. And 3:23 left in this fourth quarter. Conley alt has not scored all game, had a chance to break that streak there at the free throw line. She'll get one. Indiana back up by 6. Thames the feed to the corner. Farnham fakes. She's been solid throughout this ball game, but Bollinger swats it away. The outlet down the floor. Thrown away by Alt. Into the hands of Chrisman. Chrisman down the floor for Farnham. Pull-up jumper. And it drops. Tough shot by Farnham. Still a 2-score game, under 3 minutes to go. That's Bollinger, whose three doesn't fall, but an offensive board pulled down by Ankenbrook. Tonkel swings it outside to Jackson. Jackson came very close to a double dribble there. I thought it was going to be called. It was not. Down to 3 on the shot clock, and it's blocked by Thames. Farnham wide open. Chrisman got it. And Chrisman makes it a 2-point ball game. Ada Chrisman with 18 points. And it's danger time for Team Indiana, even though they've got the lead. Ankenbrook can't hit it. And a chance to tie or take the lead for Team Ohio. Here comes Thames. Thames finds Chrisman wide open for the deuce. And Ohio has come back to tie this game. Bollinger sets the screen for Jackson. Jackson, the kick to the corner. That's Tonkel. Alt puts it on the deck. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Too strong. And Ohio takes over. They can take the lead. Here comes Thames. Wide open. Crossland. Hits a 3, and Ohio goes on top. Team Ohio with their first lead of the game. And now we've got a player down for Team Ohio. I didn't think that was Crossland at first who went down. I know she made the shot. That appears to be who they're looking at. We're going to take a quick injury timeout.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning.
Time to get back to the action. Team Indiana's about to inbound the ball. They find themselves trailing for the first time in this game after they had led by as many as 15. Karis Crossland with the go-ahead 3. Ankenbrook fakes and finds Tonkel. Tonkel drives. Ankenbrook wants the tie. She's got it. Whitney Ankenbrook, big-time 3. But quick down the floor comes Chrisman. 20 points for Ankenbrook. 18 on the shot clock. Right now there's 40 seconds on the game clock. Team Indiana trying to get a stop. Traveling is the call. It is a stop for Team Indiana. Still 34 seconds. So the shot clock's still a factor. And now Justin Sonnenberg wants a timeout. Well, while he takes this timeout, I got a couple worth showing to you, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. First, Karis Crossland given the lead to Team Ohio, and this was an absolutely brilliant look. I think that was Ankenbrook. Yeah, that was Ankenbrook who went over to guard Thames, but she left Crossland wide open. Crossland was a leading scorer at Patrick Henry High School this past season, but then Ankenbrook trying to make up for it. She's able to knock down the three that brings this game to a tie. Great look, and Ankenbrook's a heck of a shooter. You know she's not going to pass that up. Certainly not when she needs a three to tie. But again, with 34 seconds left on the clock, the shot clock is still a factor. So Indiana can't take the game clock all the way down. They might be able to take the game clock down to about 2 seconds to get a look. But even if they do and they get a make, Team Ohio would get a chance to answer. Now, if they get an offensive rebound, then Team Indiana would have a chance to run the clock down before they shoot it. Can't bank on that, but it is an option. Jackson, the feed. Ankenbrook fakes. Here's Williams-Thomas. Williams-Thomas fouled on the floor. And I believe that's going to be team foul number 5 on Team Ohio. So Williams-Thomas is going to the line. Team foul number 4. Showing foul number 4. The foul is called on Nicole Nesby. So no free throws yet. Shot clock still at 21 seconds. Jackson trying to get it in. Fires it into Williams-Thomas. Williams-Thomas on the attack. Short. And now Team Ohio with a chance to win it. They still have to beat the 10-second clock. Here's Thames. Chrisman back outside. 3 ball for the lead. Short. Williams-Thomas has it. Here comes Williams-Thomas. Was she fouled? If she was, she's going to go to the line. That's Kendall Paulty with the foul, and now Williams-Thomas goes to the line to shoot for the lead. 3.5 seconds left. One down. Certainly not over yet, but that is a huge free throw. One more for Williams-Thomas. No good. Battle for the board. Out of bounds. Clock shows 2.6. It's out off of Indiana, and Ohio State's going to get one more chance, and we've got a timeout. Team Ohio calls the timeout. As I have it, they're out of timeouts. Check that. They now have one timeout left according to the scoreboard operators. But what a stop that was for Team Indiana. They get the ball back, but Team Ohio does have a chance. We'll see how they play this one out. We'll see how Indiana plays this out as well, because Indiana probably not going to press because you don't want to risk giving up the baseball pass and set up an easy potential game winner. They're probably going to play back, you would think, and force Team Ohio to go for a 3/4 court shot or maybe a half-court shot, something at a low percentage. But for Team Ohio, they just need to get a shot off. They need to make it. And check that. They're going to bring the ball across half court. Callie Thomas will inbound. So Team Ohio can get a pretty good look here with 2.6 seconds left. Thames trying to get it in. Fires it in for the win. That shot was blocked, and Team Indiana is going to win this game. That was Farnham who took the shot, and Indiana holds off Ohio. What a furious comeback that was by Team Ohio. They were down 15 points, came all the way back to take the lead, and then Team Indiana wins it on a tying 3 by Whitney Ankenbrook, and then Kayla Williams-Thomas just needed one free throw to give Team Indiana the lead, and that was enough. They're going to have team pictures right now, and then I think they're going to announce the winner of the Nancy Rehm Award in a little bit, followed by the winner of the Tom Rehm Award for the girls' game. So I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll hope to come back for those award presentations. Back after this on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we
And how about that? Swin Jackson wins the Tom Rehm Award with 20 points in this ball game. And she is presented with the award right there from Coach Jeremy Henney of the St. Francis women's team. Great game turned in by Swin Jackson tonight. As Swin Jackson once again wins the Tom Rehm Award. And now the Nancy Rehm Award. There is the official announcement. Coach Andy Heim of Team Indiana and the Belmont Lady Braves presented with the Nancy Rehm Award. That decision was made before the game today. They had it in the program, but I wanted to keep it as a surprise for our viewers. Well, now the surprise is no longer a surprise. Andy Rehm, the winner of the Nancy Rehm Award this year, as Team Indiana wins 86-85 over Team Ohio. For those of you that don't know, Nancy Rehm played women's basketball at Bishop Luers. She is the one who the award in this game is named after. And what a great opportunity for these girls to get to play in the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. Andy Heim wins the Nancy Rehm Award, and then the Tom Rehm Award goes to Swin Jackson, who turned in a grand total of 20 points in this game. So I think for that, Swin Jackson is going to be our PSM player of the game with her 20 points and her winning of the Nancy Rehm Award. So she takes home the honor, the Tom Rehm Award. She takes home the honor of the Tom Rehm Award winner and also takes home the honor of PSM player of the game for this girls' game between Team Indiana and Team Ohio. And we'll have the boys' game just over 20 minutes from now. That game is scheduled to tip at about 4 o'clock. And then I believe they will give the Tom Rehm Award to the MVP of the boys' game. Just one Nancy Rehm Award given this year. It went to Eric Thornton of the Norwell Lady Knights last year as they won a Class 3A state championship. This year it goes to Andy Heim, who led the Belmont Lady Braves to a state championship and led Team Indiana to a win in the girls' game of the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic, snapping a 2-game losing streak. The boys are on the floor. We're going to be back after this extended break. You've been watching and will continue to watch, as I hope, the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body into positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game is so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Well, we're getting ready for the boys' game here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. The Indiana girls won the girls' game 86-85 just moments ago, and we're just 14 minutes away from the boys' game between Team Indiana and Team Ohio here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. The best senior basketball players from Northeast Indiana taking on the best senior basketball players from Northwest Ohio. I'm Thad Goff calling your play-by-play. Oscar Harrison is running the camera today. I can tell you that our referees for today's game are Mitch Sturm, Ronnie Branch, and Bill Forehand. Those are our referees for the boys' game. Now, Team Indiana boasts a lot of great talent on their roster. They got Sebastian Moore, the leading scorer from the Northside Legends. He scored over 16 points per game this season. He started his high school career at Snyder, but then finished it at Northside for the last 2 years and was an incredible scorer for the Northside Legends. Jadron Azell averaged double figures in points per game for the New Haven Bulldogs, and he'll be playing for his high school head coach, Brandon Appleton. Brandon Appleton serving as the head coach for Team Indiana. Carmani Davis of Bishop Luers, that's the school that Nancy Rehm went to when she was in high school. Carmani will be on the team along with those other guys, including Xavier Wilson. Xavier Wilson wears number 3 for the Snyder Panthers, or has been wearing number 3 for the Snyder Panthers. He is wearing number 3 again today for Team Indiana. He was Snyder's leading scorer this past year as the Panthers won a sectional championship and then proceeded to win a regional championship against the Carmel Greyhounds. And I didn't even mention about New Haven. New Haven made it all the way to the state championship game. Unfortunately, they did not end up winning that state championship game. But a great season for the Bulldogs. Unfortunately, does not end with a state championship. Columbia City was defeated by New Haven in semi-state, but Columbia City is represented here with Owen Marshall going to Bethel College and Landon Richmond going to Huntington University. 2 guys will be part of the Crossroads League. They'll take the floor tonight for Team Indiana, as they have taken the floor the last 4 years for the Columbia City Eagles. Avery McFarland, the leading scorer from Lakewood Park, is going to St. Francis. He'll be taking the floor for Team Indiana. Heritage's Lante Castle will stay right here in Fort Wayne for college. He'll be going to Purdue Fort Wayne. Lante was one of the top scorers for the Patriots this past season. Zeke Penrod from DeKalb. He was DeKalb's leading scorer. He'll be part of this Team Indiana squad. He's undecided on where he's going to college. Briggs Pardon from Blackhawk Christian, who started his career at Carroll, will stay here in Fort Wayne for college. He'll go to Indiana Tech. Bluffton's Declan Greaser is undecided as where he's going to college, but he goes to Bluffton right now, and he'll be taking the floor. Brody Fisher from Carroll is going to Purdue. He'll be part of Team Indiana. Does not look like he'll be playing basketball when he gets to college, but he will be going to Purdue University. So that's the roster for Team Indiana, and a lot of great talent on their roster, and I'll talk a little bit more about Team Ohio when I come back. You're watching the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Back here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic, Team Ohio will feature some great talent of its own right, including Willie Foster from Lima Senior High School in Lima, Ohio. He'll be going to Northern Kentucky for college, and it looks like he will be playing basketball out there. He averaged 20 points per game for the Lima Senior Spartans this past season out of the Toledo City League. They've also got Jordan Pretty from Lima Central Catholic. You'll see a few Lima players on the roster today, including Beckett Berkey from Lima Shawnee. Beckett Berkey averaged 21.7 points per game. He was the leading scorer for the Shawnee Indians over in Lima. From Genoa High School, there's Walter Plants. He'll be going to Ashland College. Walter Plants this past season averaged 22.4 points per game. He was the leading scorer for the Genoa Comets. We also have Jack Leppelmeyer. Now he'll have his dad as one of the coaches, Brian Leppelmeyer. Brian Leppelmeyer is the head coach at Pettisville, and he'll be one of the assistant coaches. I believe Jack Leppelmeyer is coming off a real good season. I know I did reach out to Brian Leppelmeyer, try to get you his comments about his son Jack in a little bit. But there's also Calvin Willow from Arlington. He's undecided as to where he's going to college. Manny Johnson from Central Catholic. Jordan Pretty from Lima Central Catholic. And that Central Catholic that Manny Johnson plays for, I believe, is in Toledo. Manny Johnson will be going to Toledo University. Calvin Willow from Arlington. He's undecided where he's going to college. Grace Kowalczyk from St. John's. He'll be going to Bradley University. Alan Horton from St. Francis High School in Ohio will be going to Miami of Ohio. Cole Albers from Minster High School will be going to Hillsdale University in Ohio. And that's where the players from Team Ohio will be going to college. By the way, I mentioned Jack Leppelmeyer from Pettisville. He's going to college right here in Indiana. He's going to Trine University up in Angola, about 50 minutes north of Fort Wayne, up in northern Indiana Lake Country. We've got about 8 minutes left. I'll come back in a few minutes from our next break. You're watching the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Well, we are back here at Hutzel Athletic Center getting ready for the boys all-star game at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic between Team Ohio and Team Indiana. Best senior basketball players from Northwest Ohio versus the best senior basketball players from Northeast Indiana. And you might have just seen Xavier Wilson drive to the basket. Of course, he and the Snyder Panthers are coming off a trip to semi-state. They beat Northside in sectionals, and they beat Carmel in regionals down at Newcastle. And New Haven Bulldogs made it to the state championship game as well before they were knocked off. And they had a great run this season. Jadrian Azell will represent the Bulldogs. And his coach, Brandon Appleton, is the head coach. Kurt Gottemiller is the head coach for Team Ohio, and he's got a couple of head coaches on his staff. Brian Leppelmeyer, Brett Hammonds, and Mike Schoen are his assistant coaches. And I can tell you who the starters are for this game. For Team Ohio, it'll be Willie Foster from Lima Senior, Jack Leppelmeyer from Pettisville, Beckett Berkey from Lima Shawnee, Walter Plants from Genoa, and Alan Horton from St. Francis. For Team Indiana, the starters are Jadrian Azell, Xavier Wilson, Avery McFarland, Landon Richmond, and Briggs Pardon. Those are the starters for Team Indiana, and I think we're just about to have the national anthem as well as the introduction of the starting lineups, unless it's just the introduction of the starting lineups. They did do the national anthem before the girls' all-star game here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. Clock is ticking down. We're getting ready to start. Our officials are Mitch Sturm, Ronnie Branch, and Bill Forehand. And by the way, Mitch Sturm, of course, is the founder of MVP Basketball, and I believe we've got some MVP Basketball coming up later this week. This coming Wednesday, I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But first, it's time to turn it over to our PA announcer.
Non-starters include from Lima Central Catholic High School, number 1, Jordan Brady. From Lima High School, number 1, Alvin Hula. From St. John's High School, number 12, Grace Kowalczyk. From Nebraska High School, number 15, Cole Alvarez. And now the presenting starters for the Northwest Ohio All-Stars. From Lima Senior High School, number 0, Willie Foster. From Pettisville High School, number 3, Jack Leppelmeyer. Shawnee High School, number 5, Beckett Berkey. From Genoa High School, number 10, Walter Plants. From St. Francis High School, number 18, Alan Horton. And now the Northeast Indiana All-Stars, whose non-starters include from Northside High School, number 0, Sebastian Moore. From Bishop Rose High School, number 2, Armani Davis. From Columbia City High School, number 4, Owen Marshall. From Heritage High School, number 12, Monte Castle. From DeKalb High School, number 13, Zeke Inra. From Blackman High School, number 21, Declan Freezer. And from Carroll High School, number 23, Brody Fisher. And now let's see the starters for the Northeast Indiana All-Stars. From New Haven High School, number 1, Jadrian Ezell. From Fort Wayne Snyder High School, number 3, Xavier Wilson. From Lakewood Park High School and attending St. Francis for college, number 10, Avery McFarland. From Columbia City High School, number 11, Landon Richmond. And from Blackhawk High School, number 20, Briggs Pardon. This has been the official
Well, we are just about ready for basketball. The starters have been announced. The girls' game is in the books. And now the boys' all-star game coming your way. Northwest Ohio in the red jerseys, Northeast Indiana in the white jerseys, and it looks like it's going to be Avery McFarland versus Walter Plants on the tip-off. McFarland 6'6" from Lakewood Park, Walter Plants 6'8" from Genoa High School. And the tip is won by Team Ohio, and the boys' game is underway here at the Hutzel Athletic Center at the University of St. Francis. Foster with a quick pull-up three, and Ohio's on the board to start us off. Willie Foster from Lima Senior High School. Here's Xavier Wilson from Snyder right here in Fort Wayne. Some of these kids on Team Indiana are from Fort Wayne. Some of them are from just a little bit outside of town. Zell with the kick to the corner, and that three comes up short, but there's Landon Richmond for the offensive board. Wilson wants to attack, does attack, and swings it. And Azell drains the three ball. Jadrian Azell from New Haven. He's playing for his high school head coach, Brandon Appleton. And Team Indiana's on the board. Here's Plants. Kicks it outside to Foster. Foster fires another three. That one is long. Tip in won't go, but another chance, and that putback is good. Walter Plants puts it in for Team Ohio. And Ohio scores on their first two possessions. Wilson gets the screen. He wants the three. It's short. And a rather easy board in the end for Beckett Berkey. Foster trying to get inside. Swings it to Plants. Plants the spin move. The shot, no good. Tipped around, and Allen Horton jams it down. Right now, Team Ohio winning the battle on the boards, and they're up 4. Wilson. Wilson was the leading scorer for the Snyder Panthers this past season. As Zell loses the ball, they're going to say it was touched by Foster before it went to the backcourt. Willow across the timeline. That's Wilson who has it for Team Indiana. Blocked. Sent back by Allen Horton. There is 5 seconds on the shot clock. It will be Indiana ball, but only 5 seconds to get something off. Richmond blocked on the three, and Team Ohio gets the stop. It's Foster. Swings it inside, and Berkey takes it to the cup. And Team Ohio has scored on every possession so far. Briggs Pardon on the attack, short. And Leppelmeyer pulls it down for Team Ohio. Team Ohio with the lead by 6 as they feed it outside to Foster. Foster already with a 3-ball today. Tipped in the air, and finally Blackhawk gets the stop. That's Richmond who comes away with a loose ball. That 3 a little bit too strong, and Zell couldn't grab the board. Beckett Berkey, the lob inside. Foster lost it on the way up, and he stepped on the chalk. Mitch Sturms right there to make the call. Team Indiana takes over, down 6. 17-13 left to go in the first half. The boys' game, they are playing 2 20-minute halves, much like they do in college basketball. They played 4 10-minute quarters in the girls' game, because that's how women's college basketball is. But in the boys' game, they're playing 2 20-minute halves as McFarland trying to find something. He goes to Richmond. Richmond the spin move, and that shot rattles in. Landon Richmond on the board for the first time. Landon Richmond from Columbia City High School. Step back jumper. That won't fall as Zell has the board. Here comes Wilson. Wilson into the paint. Tough shot. He got it. Xavier Wilson, the former Snyder Panther. I say former. He's still technically got the rest of the school year left. Those basketball playing days at Snyder are over as Leppelmeyer gets to the cup. Jack Leppelmeyer from Pettisville High School in Pettisville, Ohio. Plays for his dad, Brian Leppelmeyer. Brian Leppelmeyer's on the coaching staff today. Did Wilson travel? Yes, he did. $16 minutes to go in half number 1. Team Ohio came out firing. They scored on their first 4 possessions. Indiana got it back down to a 2-point game. The lob inside, and Foster with a one-handed jam. And now Ohio's got the momentum back. Willie Foster with 5 points. Zell trying to slip it inside, and it's taken away by Horton. Horton throws it long. It's collected by Berkey, and he throws it away. Richmond puts it on the deck, and he loses the ball. It's out of bounds off Team Indiana, or do we have a foul? We do have a foul. It's on Team Ohio. They got Jack Leppelmeyer for the foul. Indiana will make wholesale substitutions. Lante Castle checks in, along with Brody Fisher from Carroll, Carmani Davis from Bishop Luers, and Sebastian Moore from Northside. Here's Fisher. Tough shot, trying to bank it in, and it wouldn't fall. Leppelmeyer has the board for Team Ohio. Albers pulls up for 3. It is short, but an offensive board. That was Berkey. Kowalczyk feeds it outside to Albers. Pretty leans in and he draws the foul. That's going to go on Carmani Davis. And Jordan Pretty will go to the free throw line. And Jordan Pretty adds to the lead for Team Ohio. He's undecided as to where he's going to college. He went to Lima Central Catholic. Second one won't go. That was a three-point shot, so Pretty's going to get one more free throw. 15:04 left in this first quarter. Pretty gets 2 out of 3. Sebastian Moore wants 3. No good. But there's Lante Castle for the offensive board. Fisher in and out. And that's knocked out by Cole Albers. Team Ohio will keep possession. Rather, Team Indiana will. Fisher trying to back in against Albers. Throws it back outside to Moore. 10 on the shot clock. Moore zips it out. Davis. Long on the 3, and the rebound comes to Kowalczyk. Race Kowalczyk coming down the floor. Team Ohio up 8 here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. Little spin move by Leppelmeyer, and he hits the jumper. Jack Leppelmeyer, the son of a coach. Again, his dad is Coach Brian Leppelmeyer, who is on staff today, but he's also the head coach at Pettisville High School. Moore wants it. This time he's got it. Sebastian Moore, his first 3 off the bench. Second 3 so far for Team Indiana. The other one belongs to Jadrian Ezell. Little crossover there. Pretty just finds his man on the wing, and the 3 is good. That's Leppelmeyer. No, check that. It's Berkey. Oh, it is Leppelmeyer. Timeout called by Team Indiana. 32nd timeout. But everything has looked really smooth for Team Ohio. Jack Leppelmeyer with a great look on that last shot. And he's able to cash it in from downtown. Jack Leppelmeyer already has 9 points in this ball game for Team Ohio. As Kurt Gottermiller, the head coach for Team Ohio, gives some words to his guys. Go ahead and show you one of our replays. This is not an easy shot for Leppelmeyer, just a little turnaround jumper. He's well guarded, but he's able to spin away from Sebastian Moore and knock down the pull-up J. And Team Ohio has a 10-point lead. Sebastian Moore feeds that one to Fisher. Moore for 3 again. Hits it again. Sebastian Moore with a big-time triple. He's got back-to-back 3s. But Foster on the attack. He's been hard to handle, and he's fouled. He was hard to handle on that last possession. I think that's the second team foul on Team Indiana. Lante Castle called for the foul. And meanwhile, we are scheduled to have the MVP Boys All-Star game coming up this Wednesday. That's a foul from behind. It's staying with Team Ohio. I think they got Castle again. Check that. It was knocked out of bounds. No foul. Outside to Foster. Foster steps back, fires the 3. It's good. Another answer from 3 for Team Ohio. Willie Foster, his second 3 of the game. Foster out of Lima Senior High School in Lima, Ohio. Extra pass, corner 3, Davis short, and the rebound gathered by Plants. Foster open again, hits it again. Willie Foster has seemed almost unstoppable. He's got 11 points. Moore trying to regain control. 12 and a half minutes left in this first half. Davis drives, floater too strong. Did Albers touch that? He came close. but it's out of bounds off Team Indiana, and Team Indiana will get most of their starters back in. They also get Zeke Penrod in for the first time. Zeke Penrod of the DeKalb Barons. He was their leading scorer this past season. Barons played under first-year head coach Austin Irvin. They had a really good season in the Northeast State Conference. Jordan Pretty feeds that one over to Foster. Foster, pull-up jumper, got it. Willie Foster is on fire, and Team Ohio's up 15. Foster's got 13 points. Izell pulls up, too strong. Indiana needed a 3 to go. They needed something to go, but right now it is all Team Ohio, and Foster shooting at will, but he can't hit that one. Landon Richmond with the board for Team Indiana. Wilson uses the screen, loose ball, and Indiana turns it over. Jordan Pretty from Lima Central Catholic. Undecided where he'll be going to college, but he brings it across the timeline. All wide open. Kowalczyk, Race Kowalczyk hits the 3 ball. And right now, Team Ohio is winning this race. Winning it by a lot. 18-point lead, their largest of the game. Wilson recovers that loose ball. Wilson into the paint, and he's fouled. Albers came in to block the shot, but now Xavier Wilson will go to the charity stripe. Xavier Wilson just 2 points so far. He's undecided as to where he's going to college. At least that's what I have in my program. Wilson's able to stop the bleeding for the time being. Got a lot of basketball left to be played. He goes 2 for 2. But now Team Indiana needs a stop. It's been all Team Ohio. They've gotten great looks. They've blown by Team Indiana. That's Jordan Pretty. (33-15) is the score. Wilson, the step back 3. It is short. And good job on the rebound by Kowalczyk. And with an 18-point lead, Team Ohio takes over. Here's Jordan Pretty just over the outstretched arm of Wilson. Pull-up jumper, Kowalczyk, no. Tippin wouldn't go, but the board is won by Willow, and Ohio can't capitalize. Fisher through traffic, got it. Brody Fisher with a real tough shot for Team Indiana. The basket that they desperately needed. Pull-up 3, Foster short, and Indiana's got it. Loose ball recovered by Richmond. Wilson steps into a 3, comes up short, and there's Pretty as Team Ohio surrounded the basket. Jordan Pretty all the way to the cup, he finishes. Strong finish by Jordan Pretty. Team Indiana had a chance to dig into this deficit. Izell trying to do just that, and he hits a 3. Jadrian Izell, his second triple of this game. Pull-up 3, Kowalczyk hits another one. And again, Ohio has the answer. And now Ohio's going to make some substitutions. Race Kowalczyk with 2 threes already in this ballgame. Team Ohio is doing just about everything right. Good passing, good rebounding. They're getting good looks and knocking them down. The feed inside. McFarland, one-on-one. Turnaround shot comes up short. And Albers has the board for Team Ohio. Kowalczyk again. Hits another 3. His third of the game. And Team Ohio is up 21 points with 8:47 to go in the first quarter. Ohio has not missed a beat so far in this ball game. They're up by 21. Brandon Appleton's going to get some subs to the scorer's table. Xavier Wilson hunting that three ball, and he finally gets one. That's just one of the things he specializes in. Kept alive for the moment by Berkey. He fires. That won't fall. Oh, out hustling was Plants for an offensive board. And a good look from three. That one doesn't fall, but another offensive board. Boy, Team Ohio is just outworking Team Indiana on the glass right now. It was Alan Horton who got the bucket. And it's back to a 20-point game in Team Ohio's favor. Team Indiana has had chances to get stops. But Team Ohio has outworked them on the glass. Moore getting a screen from Fisher. Fisher drives, spins, tough shot, no good, and Ohio comes away with it. Out ahead of the pack, and they missed the shot. That was Berkey who missed it. Wide open look. Nice little backdoor cut on the other end, and Sebastian Moore puts it home. Sebastian Moore with 8 points for Team Indiana. But Team Ohio has had their way with Team Indiana in this game as Leppelmeyer puts it on the deck. A little wraparound pass and the jam by Plants. Plants is 6'8" out of Genoa High School. Blocked on the inside, but a foul. Ball goes out of bounds. We may not actually have a foul. It's going to be Team Indiana basketball. Moore wants the three. He's got it. Indiana's starting to hit their shots, but they're going to need to get some stops as well. Sebastian Moore's got 11 points. Across the court to Plants, and the left-hander won't fall. Little no-look pass over to Briggs Pardon. Pardon trying to find his lane. He finds an open man. The three won't fall, and there's Plants for the board. Kowalczyk sets his feet. His three won't fall. Pardon's got the board. Pardon out on the run. Sebastian Moore hits another three. That's his fourth of the ball game. Team Indiana's still got a long way to go, but they get a couple of stops, and they've made it a 14-point game. Kowalczyk, short, comes down to Briggs Pardon. He's got a man out ahead, leaves it to Castle, and then Castle threw it away. I think he was trying to get it back to Pardon, but there was nobody where that ball ended up. Jordan Pretty will check back in to take over for Race Kowalczyk. Race Kowalczyk, 6'6". He's hit 3 threes in this ball game. Inside 6 minutes to play here in half number one. Loose ball, and they're going to say last touched by Brody Fisher as Alan Horton had it poked away. Team Ohio keeps it. They've led by as many as 21 points in this game. Horton, double team, gets it inside, and the basket goes. Jack Leppelmeyer. He'll be going to Trine University, which is in Angola, Indiana. That was almost knocked away. They just got it to Castle. Pardon. Step back jumper well short. One-on-one, and the basket is good. Leppelmeyer again. Jack Leppelmeyer having his way with Team Indiana. I've got him for 13 points. Moore pulls up from mid-range. It's long. Castle trying to outfight him for the board, but Horton gets the takeaway as a man up ahead, and the jam goes down. Walter Plants from Genoa, and it's back to a 20-point Ohio lead. Fisher pulls up, short on the three, and Burkett Beckett Berkey, I beg your pardon, with the board. Here's Pretty. Jordan Pretty. And that was a pretty shot as Team Ohio takes their largest lead of the game, 23 points. Jordan Pretty has 9 points in this game, 54-31 in favor of Team Ohio with 4:31 left in half number one. Team Indiana will make a substitution. They got it down to a 14-point game. Of course, when you're down 14, you still got a long way to go. And Team Ohio has answered the bell. Zell and Wilson are back in the game for Team Indiana. So too is Landon Richmond. Richmond's been rather quiet so far. They get it to him on the outside. Carmani Davis from downtown. Carmani Davis, the Bishop Lures star senior. Here's Plants. Check that. That's Calvin Willow. His shot doesn't fall. And Wilson will come down with a loose ball. Wilson changes direction. Davis slips it out. Richmond wanted to fire the three. Instead, it's Davis again, in and out. And Richmond wins the battle. Wilson short. Boy, Team Indiana had a couple of guys in the same spot. Almost turned it over in that regard. They turn it over anyway as that ball goes out of bounds off Indiana. 3:35 and counting to go in this first half. Willie Foster's had an outstanding game. I think we're going to get a moving screen, though. Foster's got 13 points, hit a couple of threes. In fact, Foster's hit 3 threes. Looks like each team has 2 fouls so far, and each team also has 2 timeouts left as Xavier Wilson looks to attack. Pull-up jumper, and Wilson connects. Xavier Wilson with 9 points in the game as Pretty almost had the ball knocked away. He's able to recover. Fires it out to Willow. Open three, Kowalczyk, no good. Touch last by Ohio. And Team Indiana takes over, again looking for a chance to get back in this game. I'll go ahead and reset my timeouts here. Nobody's taking a timeout on this possession, but on the scoreboard here they have it as both teams have 2 timeouts remaining for the game. 2:52 and counting left in this first half. Team Indiana trying to make a run before halftime. Wilson doing a lot of dribbling. He'll step back for 3. That's no good. And over the top was Willie Foster to get the stop for Team Ohio. Pretty slowed down. He slips it inside. Beckett Berkey with the left hand. Beckett Berkey from Shawnee High School in Lima, Ohio. Little spin move, blocked. And Foster picks it up. Foster on the run. Foster missed the jam. But even so, Albers was right there, and he draws the foul. It's going to be team foul number 3 on Team Indiana. Exactly 2 minutes left in this first half. Everything has just looked a lot more smooth for Team Ohio in this game than it has for Team Indiana. They've been better on the boards, better defending the basketball. The shooting has certainly been a lot better for Team Ohio. Cole Albers from Minster High School. He'll be going to Hillsdale College. And Albers goes 2 for 2. He's got his first points of this game. Wilson swings it over to Penrod. Davis splashes home a 3, and they have not. The scoreboard says 57 points for Ohio, so I'll reset it as Foster swings it over to Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk with a tough shot, and Wilson is there for the rebound. Kind of went between the legs on his dribble. Izell wants it. It's not there. And Calvin Willow was right there for the board. Calvin Willow from Arlington High School. Shot fake by Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk on the drive, and he's fouled on the way up. And Race Kowalczyk will head to the free throw line as that foul goes on Carmani Davis. A minute 12 left in this first half. The first free throw is good. Team Ohio with an 18-point lead. Make that 19. Kowalczyk now has 10 points for the game. Be going to Bradley College. He goes 2 for 2. We come up on the final minute of this first half. Team Indiana down 20. They've been down by 21. I think that's the largest lead that Team Ohio has had. Left-handed shot, too strong from Zeke Penrod, and Team Ohio takes over. 27 seconds on the shot clock, 49 seconds on the game clock. Davis getting a little stingy, but stolen right back by Berkey, and then Berkey throws it away. Kick to the corner is Zell. Short on the three, and it's picked up by Cole Albers. Foster swings it. Kowalczyk wide open. Short on the three, as Zell had a chance at the rebound but could not secure it. That foul's going on Penrod. It was on the shot. Oh no, they're going the other way. I thought that was going to be the 15th foul on Team Indiana. Not really sure what the call was. Either way, it's going the other way. Again, we do plan to have the MVP Boys All-Star Game coming up this coming Wednesday. I think Tim Atkinson will be on the call for that. At least that's what it has according to the spreadsheet that I have. Team Indiana needs to get something here before halftime. Wilson uses the screen. Wilson wanted the three. Probably would have been better off to just go ahead and take it. Now he'll take it. Short on the three, and with 6 seconds, Ohio has a chance to get something off. Davis swats it away. It's off of him. With 3 seconds left, Team Ohio keeps the ball. They swing it to Kowalczyk. 1 second. Kowalczyk gets it off and rattles it home. Race Kowalczyk puts Ohio up 22 points at halftime, 61-39. That first half was all Team Ohio, and Race Kowalczyk was a big part of it. 13 points for him, and I'll go ahead and try to show you a couple of replays before we send you to our halftime break. Start by showing you this replay. Race Kowalczyk, with very little time on the clock, was able to just go to work. He had 3 threes in that first half, and then this one right over Wilson. Wilson seemed kind of out of sorts trying to guard him there as Kowalczyk knocks down the jumper right over him. 13 points for the game as a whole, including that jumper to close out the first half. And it is all Team Ohio right now. They're passing, they're shooting, their defense has been incredible, although I will show you one of the bright spots for Team Indiana. Carmani Davis has shot it well from three. We'll see him knock down a triple here just before the defender closes in. Carmani Davis, a great shooter, one of the top scorers at Bishop Luers this past season. At this point, he's got 2 threes in the ballgame, 6 points total. Speaking of point totals, I'll go ahead and give you the scoring leaders for this first half when I come back after 1 minute. This is the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic here on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Well, for those of you just joining us, the first half of this boys game was absolutely dominated by Team Ohio. They lead at 61-39 at halftime. I've got the scoring leaders for you. First for Team Ohio, they were led in scoring by Willie Foster with 13 points. Grace Kowalczyk with 13. Jack Leppelmeyer with 13. Jordan Pretty with 9. Walter Plants with 6. Beckett Berkey with 4, Alan Horton with 4, and Cole Albers with 2. For Team Indiana, Sebastian Moore was the leader with 14 points, Xavier Wilson with 9, Carmani Davis with 6, Jadrian Azell with 6, Landon Richmond with 2, Brody Fisher with 2. Those are the scoring leaders here in this first half as Team Ohio absolutely dominated Team Indiana in that first half. The passing from Team Ohio was a lot better. Their rebounding was a whole lot better. And they really did not give up on the offensive glass. It seemed like, especially early in the game, if they would miss a shot, Ohio's guys would be crashing the boards and going for second chances and ultimately creating those second chances in the end. That's one of the reasons that Team Ohio was able to dominate that first half. We got about 6.5 minutes left to go until we start the second half. I'll be back after this 1-minute break here on the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
So I tell the truth all the time, ain't got no sympathy for no. I admit that I'm rich and I'm lit. Jumping up on stages, I get 200 in the cage. But I ain't really the game on we make sure they trap down. They see how I made it, I'm the reason they won't rap now. See me out in traffic, make a hater pull his head down. Biggie's OG salute me, a stylist can't even style me. The robbers probably wanna get me on rapping out Lamborghinis. The youngest turn in my city, they try me, I get it cracked. Some of this still would happen if I never started rapping. My people don't
61-39 in favor of Team Ohio. I've got a couple replays to show you, thanks to the folks at Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Now, who wins the tip-off never determines who's going to win the game, but the way this game has gone, it seemed like that tip-off won by Team Ohio almost did indicate how this game was going to go. You see Willie Foster knock down the early three. I mentioned earlier he's got 13 points, 3 triples in this game. Now, Team Indiana has had their chances to get back in this game, and at various moments they have. In this case, they were able to tie the game on a 3. Jadrian Azell knocking down one of a couple of his threes in this ball game. You'll see it here in just a moment. Good find by Xavier Wilson, and Azell was a great three-point shooter in his days at New Haven. He's still at New Haven, even though New Haven's basketball season is over. Able to knock down that good look. And we haven't necessarily had a whole lot of dunking today, but when we have had it, it's been mostly Team Ohio that's been able to accomplish it. Here you're going to see Alan Horton, the Miami, Ohio commit, first get the offensive rebound right over Wilson and then jam it down right over him. Team Ohio has a lot of size. They got Calvin Willow at 6'10", Walter Plants at 6'8", Beckett Berkey and Race Kowalczyk are 6'6", and Alan Horton, who just jammed that down, he's 6'9". And I haven't even mentioned Cole Albers. Well, I mentioned him when I read the scoring updates. He's 6'8". So the size advantage clearly goes in the favor of Team Ohio. Team Indiana's got some tall guys, but not to the length of the guys that Team Ohio has. But when you've got height and you can hustle and out-rebound people, good things can happen, and good things have been happening for Team Ohio. We've still got a whole 20 minutes of basketball left to play. This game is certainly not over. Team Indiana looking to regroup at halftime. Team Indiana's had success on the boys' side in the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic before, but Team Ohio is the one having their way with Team Indiana right now, as we've got about 2 minutes and 48 seconds left until we start up the second half. We'll be back after a minute and 10 seconds. You're watching the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
We've still got a whole 20 minutes of basketball left to be played. We'll start the second half here in just a moment. But this 22-point lead that Team Ohio has is the largest lead they've had in the whole game. They've been strong on the glass, kept possessions alive, and when it comes down to it, they've been able to knock down good looks, and that's something that Team Indiana hasn't done quite as much. We've seen them hit some good shots today, but Team Indiana needs to regroup here in the second half. Got a whole 20 minutes of basketball left to be played, so it's certainly not over. And of course, we know that all these great basketball players have had great careers on the court. Their high school careers are done. A lot of them will be going off to college to play college ball. Owen Marshall will be going to Bethel. Avery McFarland from Lakewood Park will be staying right here in Fort Wayne to go to St. Francis. Landon Richmond from Columbia City will be going to Huntington. Lonte Castle from Heritage is going to Purdue Fort Wayne. Now, it doesn't look like he's going to play basketball there, but Castle was one of the top scorers for Heritage this past season. Briggs Pardon from Blackhawk Christian will be staying here in Fort Wayne. He'll be going to Indiana Tech for college. And Sebastian Moore, I haven't even mentioned this, he's going to Ball State to play football as a wide receiver. Great football player, great basketball player for the Northside Legends. Certainly hoping to see good things from Sebastian down in Muncie. 20 minutes on the clock. They're just about ready to start the second half here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. The first half was all Ohio. Brandon Appleton drawing up the play, and it looks like it's going to be Indiana ball to start the second half. Can they create a good look coming out of halftime? I think it's safe to say Team Ohio still has the height advantage. You got Sebastian Moore at 6'1" on the floor. Jadrian Azell at 6'2" on the floor for Team Indiana. Now, basketball isn't all about size, but size combined with talent can give you a huge edge as that three falls short. Jordan Pretty there for the board for Team Ohio. Pretty wide open lane, and he scores with his left hand. That was a pretty drive by Jordan Pretty. Sebastian Moore needed it to go, but it does not, and that's off Penrod. That last bucket, Jordan Pretty now has 11 points. Inbound goes to Jack Leppelmeyer. Jack Leppelmeyer turned in 13 points in the first half, playing for his dad, Brian Leppelmeyer. Brian's one of the assistant coaches on this Ohio boys team, but he's the head coach at Pettisville. That reverse dunk did not go, and Lonte Castle gets to the board He was being hounded by Horton, and I think they're going to get Horton for the foul. That's Horton's first foul, first team foul on Ohio. And with 19:15 to go, Indiana takes over, needing to get something going. Sebastian Moore feeds that one to Davis, just picked up by Fisher. Fouled on the three is Moore, and Fisher quick to help him up. Sebastian Moore going to the free throw line. Sebastian Moore, of course, was part of a Northside team that made it to the sectional championship game this year. They had a double-digit lead, a 15-point lead, I believe, against Snyder. Panthers came all the way back and won the game in overtime. Sebastian's turned in a good first half. He's got 15 points after that free throw. He had 14 at the end of the first half. 2 free throws down. He's got 1 more coming. He'll be playing football at Ball State come next year. Got them all. I think that's the first time we've seen anybody go 3 for 3 from the charity stripe today. Leppelmeyer. Moore trying to stay with him as best as he can. He gets it out to Foster. Foster rises up. Offensive board by Leppelmeyer. He loses the ball. Here comes Davis. Davis trying to slip it through. That ball's loose. Penrod can't find it. And they're going to say it's Indiana ball. That's fortunate for Team Indiana. I thought that ball was out off of them. Nice drive, Sebastian Moore to the cup. And Indiana's got their first make from the field this half. Pull-up jumper, Foster. Offensive board, Plants. And Walter Plants gets it to go. He's 6'8" and tough to guard, and you just saw it. Pull-up jumper, Moore. That's too strong. Here's the correct score, 65-44 in favor of Team Ohio. Here's Leppelmeyer. The step-back three is short. Pulled down by Foster, and Foster drains it. Willie Foster with the hustle. He's got 15 for the game. Loose ball. Taken away by Leppelmeyer. Jack Leppelmeyer across the timeline. Davis forces a turnover right back. One-on-one. Missed it, but Fisher's there for the putback. Right place, right time for Brody Fisher, the Carroll Charger. Foster trying to use the screen from Horton. Foster pulls up, drains it again. Willie Foster with a smooth stroke. He's got 17 points to lead all scorers for Team Ohio as Penrod puts it on the deck, and a foul. Penrod went crashing to the floor. Mitch Sturm there to help him up. I think they're going to get Jack Leppelmeyer for the foul. Team Indiana will send in wholesale subs. Xavier Wilson, Landon Richmond, Declan Greaser, and others coming back into the game. Avery McFarland in as well. McFarland's the tallest guy on the floor for Team Indiana. He stands 6'6". Richmond, short. As I recall, Richmond was the leading scorer for Columbia City this past regular season. They made it to semi-state before New Haven knocked them out. Leppelmeyer feeds that one over to Albers. He'll swing it to Plants. Plants, contested jumper and a foul. I think that was an easy call. Looks like they're going to get McFarland for the Indiana foul. That's Indiana's first foul. Ohio has 3. One more for Plants. And he got both of them. 25-point lead for Team Ohio. Wilson Gives it up to Pardon. Pardon into the paint. Wilson short on the jumper. Here comes Pretty down the floor. Jordan Pretty through traffic, and it drops. Jordan Pretty puts it home. Wilson gets a screen. It's defended well. That's McFarland for three, and he drains it. Avery McFarland, his first three of the game. That three won't go. Wilson pulls it down. Wilson on the run. He'll back it out. Jordan Pretty comes to guard him. Pardon outside to Wilson. And Wilson's three is good from way downtown. "12 points for Xavier Wilson. He was the leading scorer at Snyder this past season. At this point, undecided on where he's going to college. Battle for the board, ripped away. And here comes Team Indiana. Pardon lost his footing, but drew the foul. 15:08 left in this ball game. Team Indiana with a tall hill to climb, but they're trying to climb it as best as they can. Ohio's going to send some subs in. That's Calvin Willow, Race Kowalczyk, and Beckett Berkey checking in for Team Ohio. Team Indiana retains the ball. Reset my fouls here. 4 fouls against Team Ohio this half. So far just 1 against Team Indiana. Wilson. Little spin move, Landon Richmond, but he was contested at the end. That was Horton who came in to close him out. Albers down the baseline. Swings it up top to Willow. And that three comes up short, and a foul from behind. Once again, Kowalczyk was there, and Team Ohio continues to outwork Team Indiana on the glass, and Kowalczyk is going to the line. It's a second foul against Team Indiana this half. 14:43 left. Race Kowalczyk now has 14 with that made free throw. Be going to Bradley College. He goes 2 for 2 on the trip. Richmond. Wilson. Short. That's Horton who has the board for Team Ohio. Horton with Richmond on him all the way. Takes it to the cup but can't finish. And are we going to get a foul on Ohio? Or nope, ball's out of bounds off of Ohio. Would have been the 5th team foul on Ohio had it been called. Tough shot, it's good. Declan Greaser from Bluffton High School. Calvin Willow for 3. That's no good. And who touched it last? Ohio did. And a wholesale substitution for Team Indiana. Jadrian Azell, Sebastian Moore, and I think Brody Fisher are checking in, among others. Carmani Davis in as well. That's a deep 3. Azell drains it. That was Jadrian Azell saying we need some points, and it's going to have to start right here. Berkey is fouled on the way up. It's the 3rd foul on Team Indiana. They call it on Zeke Penrod. And with 13:41 to go, Beckett Berkey's at the line. Berkey from Lima Shawnee. He was their leading scorer this season. Hits his first free throw. Willie Foster back in. He's got 17 points, committed to Northern Kentucky. 1 for 2, but how about the hustle by Alan Horton? And he's going up for the jam. Fisher thought he was fouled. None was called. Moore Fall away jumper, no. Foster has it. That shot won't, oh yes it will go. Calvin Willow wasn't looking at first and still put it home and drew the foul. Calvin Willow, his first bucket of the game, and he'll go to the line to try and make it a three-point play. And Willow does complete the three-point play. 81 points for Team Ohio. Team Indiana down by 24, their largest deficit of this game. Penrod was thinking about firing the three. Jadrian Ezell cut off. He had Beckett Berkey guarding him, and that's poked away by Foster. And Foster missed the windmill dunk. Well, when you're up 24 points, not necessarily a bad time to get fancy, but at the same time you want your guys to be efficient more so than fancy. Sebastian Moore on the attack. Penrod slips it out to Davis, and Carmani hits the floater. Carmani Davis with 8 points in the ball game. That floater doesn't go, but good job staying with it as Race Kowalczyk puts it home. 17 points for Kowalczyk, and that's got to have it time. Ezell gets it. He keeps knocking down threes. I've got him for 4 triples in this game. 12 points total. Foster, another missed dunk, but Berkey's there, and it crawls home. Beckett Berkey, the 6'6" guy, going to Findlay University. Penrod inside, he's fouled. He went down hard. Got 11:49 left to play in this ball game. And Penrod will go to the charity stripe. Penrod able to hit his first free throw. Zeke Penrod was the leading scorer at DeKalb this past year under first-year head coach Austin Irvin. We've seen the athletic programs at DeKalb High School have a lot of success lately. The baseball team's really good. Baseball team's already beaten Carroll. I believe they've beaten Homestead as well. Foster short on the three. Davis gets to it. Got a man out ahead. That's Ezell. And Ezell jams it down. Jadrian Ezell, get up there, young man. That's swatted out of bounds. Kind of poked out, actually, by Horton. And Team Indiana will take over, down 19. Since Team Ohio went up 20, the closest that Indiana's gotten has been 14 points down, but there's Penrod with the putback. That's back-to-back buckets for Team Indiana. And that three rattles home. Beckett Berkey slows the run. Berkey's got 10 points, and we've got a foul before the shot. Davis started falling down. It's the 5th team foul on Team Ohio. And Jadrian Ezell will inbound. And that's poked into the backcourt by Berkey. He ran into Davis, and Berkey missed the dunk. Berkey's putback doesn't go. Good hustle by Team Indiana, and here comes Davis. Ezell needs this. Doesn't get it. Outlet to Berkey. He gets to it. He'll fire the three, and it rattles home. $13 points for Berkey, and Penrod answers on the other end. Coming up on 10 minutes to play. Another three, Kowalczyk, short. And Indiana has it. Here comes Sebastian Moore. Moore trying to go through traffic, and he lost it. Calvin Willow picks it up. The lob to Foster. Can't put it in, but Willow does. Sebastian Moore is going to set and fire, and he hits the three. Sebastian Moore's got 22 points. As some more wholesale subs come in for Team Indiana. Landon Richmond's in the game. Lonte Castle's in the game. So is Avery McFarland. So is Briggs Pardon. Here's Willie Foster down the floor. 9:37 to go. Shot clock at 20. Foster lost his dribble for a moment. He wants the step back three. That's an air ball, but Albers right there to save it. Plants one-on-one. Plants the basket. Yes. Boy, Walter Plants, a hard worker on the inside. He's got 12 points in this ball game. Richmond through traffic to Pardon. That's blocked by Plants. Walter Plants at 6'8", swats it away. Three right off the inbound, no, and Albers has the board for Team Ohio. Leppelmeyer racing down the floor. He'll give it up to Albers. Albers into the paint. That shot will not fall, but chased down by Plants. And that basket spins home. Jack Leppelmeyer with 15 points. Leppelmeyer will be going to Trine University. Pardon outside to Richmond. Richmond leans in, comes up short, and Team Ohio comes away with it. That's Jordan Pretty. Pretty the lob. Foster jams it this time. Willie Foster adds to his impressive game. 19 points for Foster, the Northern Kentucky commit. That shot won't fall on the inside. Richmond is fouled with 8:09 to go. They're going to say it was not on the shot, it looks like. Fourth personal foul on Leppelmeyer. Three comes up short. Little slip pass. Richmond brings it back out, and we've got under 8 minutes to play. Pull up three. Short from Greaser and out of bounds off Team Ohio. Calvin Willow will check in for Team Ohio. Richmond for three, no. Richmond hasn't hit one of those today, and here comes Ohio. That's Jordan Pretty. He'll pull up right away. Offensive board, and the putback goes for Plants. And Team Ohio will break the century mark. That's 14 points for Plants. That shot is good for Briggs Pardon. And Team Indiana is going to get some subs in. Sebastian Moore, Xavier Wilson, Zeke Penrod, and Jadrian Ezell re-enter. Albers steps back for three. Got it. Team Ohio with a 28-point lead, their largest of this game. Wilson on the other end, short. Wilson's in double figures with 12. As Pretty pulls up for three and knocks it down. Everything going Ohio's way today. 16 points for Pretty, and that's a deep three for Carmani Davis. Davis has shown that he can shoot. He's shown that throughout his high school basketball career. Nice feed. Calvin Willow short on that three ball. Comes down to Ezell. Sebastian Moore fires. A little flick of the wrist, and it did not fall. I think Moore heard footsteps as Leppelmeyer was coming in strong. Pretty, the pull-up jumper. Short, got it back. Put back goes. That's 18 points for Pretty. 109 on the board for Team Ohio. Davis puts it on the deck. He'll fire. And he hits a three. Spin move inside. And that is Walter Plants with another deuce. 16 points for him. Davis, deep three. Trying to bank it home. Tried to hustle in for the putback. Leppelmeyer swats it out. 111-82 in favor of Team Ohio. That pass goes long. Looks like Ezell waited just long enough. His three doesn't go. Step back three, Leppelmeyer. That won't fall. And good position by Walter Plants for another bucket. Walter Plants with 18 points in the ball game. So I think that's how much he has as Wilson slows it down, gets to the paint, and scores. Tough shot, Xavier Wilson. Well, how many times do we see Xavier Wilson this year put the Snyder Panthers on his back as Albers gets down the floor on the other end for the deuce? Well, Xavier Wilson will have double figures in this ball game. Xavier Wilson really was the leader of those Snyder Panthers. Now, Snyder will have plenty of talent coming back when next season comes around as Davis knocks down the three ball. And a lot of it is talent that has been playing together really all through high school, maybe even longer. Guys like Trell Hogue, Tank Pascal, Braylon Fertiel. As Race Kowalczyk puts that one in. Of course, you also add in Chance DeRossett, the junior, soon to be a junior. He's had a great sophomore season, and if you blink, you just missed Jadrian Ezell going all the way down the floor. Pull-up three from Race Kowalczyk, swatted back outside, and Foster was barely across the timeline when he touched that thing. He wants the floater, and he's got it. Willie Foster, a standout night, 21 points. They're going to present the Tom Rehm Award when this boys basketball game is over. It's been given out for the girls' game. It was given out to Swin Jackson. Leaning in is Wilson. If that had gone down, that would have been a very impressive shot by Wilson. Good hustle in by Sebastian Moore. That hustle was impressive. Now he'll be going to college to play football. That foul's going to be on Wilson. As Beckett Berkey hit the deck, looks like he's okay as he rises to his feet. Brandon Appleton will make some more subs here for Team Indiana. Monte Castle back in for Team Indiana. That's Horton to the basket for two. A 30-point lead for Team Ohio as Pardon tries to go all the way, but he can't connect. Castle had his eyes on it, but kept alive by Ohio. And how about two more for Willie Foster from Lima Senior High School? 23 points for Foster. Castle, the left hand, no. Not a lot of scoring for Castle in this one as Pardon goes up and scores. Briggs Pardon from Blackhawk Christian started his high school career at Carroll. And another example of the hustle of Team Ohio, that was Leppelmeyer, who almost got an extra possession for the boys in red. 2:51 left to go as Team Indiana, I think I'll go ahead and say it right now. They had won 3 straight coming into this game as Declan Greaser puts that one in. Team Indiana had won 3 straight in the Border Wars Classic coming into this game, but it looks as though, barring a miracle, Team Ohio is about to break that streak. Out of bounds off of Ohio. Now, if you were here inside the gym and you saw the scoreboard, you would see it read 95-23 in favor of Indiana, but that's only because I think they only have room for 2 digits on the scoreboard. Strange to think that since this is a college basketball arena. But it is 123-95 in favor of Team Ohio. Yeah, that's the scoreboard. That's what it says on the scoreboard. I think that's just because they don't have room for the 1 at the front of 123. The 123 points you see on your scoreboard here is correct. That's what Team Ohio has. And they have absolutely dominated, I'd say from start to finish. It started with them winning the opening tip, and you never win the game by winning the opening tip. But in this case, almost from the jump, Team Ohio has been more crisp with their passing. They've gotten better looks. A few missed dunks here and there, but that's been one of the few bugaboos. And, of course, you can somewhat live with that when you're up by 28 points. A minute 51 on the clock as Team Indiana takes over. And, unfortunately, it looks like their 3-year winning streak here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic is about to come to an end. I saved that for late in the ball game. So you might try to claim a jinx, but I don't think it carries as much weight in this case. Foul was called on Alan Horton with a minute 43 to go. Briggs Pardon will go to the free throw line. Briggs Pardon will be staying right here in Fort Wayne to go to college. He'll go to Indiana Tech. Missed that free throw. I think Horton thought for a second that he was about to walk that thing out of bounds. Kowalczyk, that'll count as an alley-oop even though he didn't dunk it, but he put it in either way. Kowalczyk finishes this game in the 20s. 21 points. That's going to be Indiana ball. I'm sure Mitch Sturm would love it if Team Indiana were winning this game, but he's officiating this game, and he's got to officiate it fairly. I think he knows that. He's been doing that. Pardon the lob inside, and Landon Richmond will put it in. Landon Richmond, the future Huntington Forester. Foul on the way up. That's going to send Foster to the line. I've got Richmond for 4 points in this game. His Columbia City teammate Owen Marshall is committed to Bethel, although I saw Marshall in street clothes before the game, so he hasn't taken the court at any point today. So I remember my first 2 years of college at Huntington. Bethel was basically the team to beat in what was then known as the Mid-Central College Conference, now known as the Crossroads League, same league that St. Francis is a part of. Bethel was top-notch, and that was a top-notch dunk by Pardon. So Team Indiana will reach the century mark. Pull up 3, short. Of course, St. Francis also had plenty of top-notch teams that were good enough to win the MCC, as it was called at the time. That pass got tipped. Pardon's working hard, even with this game being essentially in garbage time. With 40 seconds to go, that's Fisher. His 3 doesn't fall. Good effort there by McFarland, but no cigar. Kick to the corner. Foster, I'd let him shoot at this point. Yeah, go ahead and fire it, young man, even though he missed it. Down the floor, McFarland going to jam it home. (127-102). Team Ohio, a dominant performance here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. They're just going to dribble out the clock. And how appropriate that it's Willie Foster who goes up for the dunk, I beg your pardon. My apologies, folks. That was a dunk. There was nothing junk about that unless you're rooting for Team Indiana. But that was a dunk to close it out. My apologies. I just got caught up in the moment. But it was an impressive dunk to close out this ball game. Team Ohio wins it 129-102, and we'll have the presentation of the Tom Rehm Award for the boys game, which essentially is the MVP trophy for this boys game. The Tom Rehm Award for the girls game went to Swin Jackson, but they'll present the Tom Rehm Award for the boys game in just a matter of moments, and I got a few guesses as to who it's going to go to. Of course, these players are all seniors, so their high school basketball careers are now done. They'll be going on to college, many of them going on to play college basketball. Sebastian Moore from Team Indiana is going to play college football. Some of them probably will be focusing on their studies. Right now it's picture time, and I do see the Tom Rehm Award sitting down on the scorer's table. I think it's going to be given out to the guy who is essentially the MVP of this game. Speaking of MVP, we've got the MVP Boys Basketball All-Star Game coming up this Wednesday that you'll get to watch on Summit City Sports. Meanwhile, you get to watch Team Ohio right there as they take their pictures. They snap a 3-year losing streak here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. The score you see on your scoreboard, 129-102, is the correct score. If you were to come here to the gym reads 29-2 in favor of Team Ohio, but again, that's just because apparently they didn't make room for the 1 in 100 in this particular game, which seems ironic because this is a college gym. But the 129-102 score that you see on your scoreboard is correct. Team Ohio is the winner over Team Indiana. Team Indiana had won the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic 3 years in a row. I'll be back in just a moment to cap this one off. Well, Willie Foster has been given the Tom Rehm MVP award. He's been announced as the MVP award winner. He's still posing for pictures. They're going to give him that award in a moment. There he is on the far right of that group, wearing the number 0. And how appropriate. Willie Foster, 25 points in this game, turned in an absolutely brilliant performance. He was hitting threes, getting down the floor, jamming the ball down, and he absolutely dominated this game. I think if there's anything that we're waiting for, it's for Foster to be presented with his trophy. As he keeps on posing, they're probably just going to wait until he's done posing for pictures with his team. Team Ohio is going to celebrate this victory. Of course, we at Summit City Sports like to recognize our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. That's basically going to be Willie Foster, as he's been named the Tom Rehm Award winner, which essentially is the MVP of this game, and that's essentially the meaning of our PSM player of the game. So Willie Foster has been named the winner of the Tom Rehm Award. I think that's Jeremy Henney who has the award in hand, and he's going to keep on taking pictures. Well, we know he's going to enjoy this win for his team. And now, you got a piece of hardware to collect, young fella. Jeremy Henney's got the trophy in hand. There's Willie Foster right next to him as Willie Foster turns in a 25-point performance. Might have even been 27 after that dunk. I think it was 27. There he is with the award. Willie Foster, the Tom Rehm Award winner here at the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. And what a day he just turned in as Team Ohio wins it 129-102 over Team Indiana. And that's going to do it from the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic. For my cameraman, Oscar Harrison, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Hutzel Athletic Center. You've been watching the Nancy Rehm Border Wars Classic right here live on SummitCitySports.com. Good night from USF.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make